Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
Alien.
We're here, dude. We're here.
Just kidding. I don't think it was a turd. I thought it was fantastic. I actually think it's my favorite episode yet.
Yeah, the beginning of it was really good. The middle of it kind of slogged a little bit, and then it saved itself at the end.
I have questions.
And I have answers.
If I'm attracted to Ryan Reynolds, does that mean I like men?
Yes.
Good to know. Thank you. Sweet.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Is he in this?
No, it was just
I don't care.
Question. I do have questions though. I missed something. All right. We're putting the kids to bed. We have a new cat. That was a problem. Katie's got to go to the doctor tomorrow because the cat screwed her arm up because the dog's mad. That's a whole nother story. But my question is, I missed something for a second in the show. When they were putting the little swimmer in the tub with the big brain matter looking thing, I thought that was the xenomorph's brain. Was it not?
No, that they took, I think, was that a lung that they took from her brother, or was that his?
That's
I think
what
it
Katie
was.
said. I thought it was a xenomorph's brain.
Yeah, I think it was no, that was yeah. They took something out of her brother and like put it in that little containment cell, and then Timothy Oliphant with his white hair was like, "I'm gonna be the best," and he put the little sperm baby in there, and they want to watch it gestate to see how it works.
Was his lung injured, or did they just say?
I mean, he got pierced by the tail of that alien creature.
Yeah, so I don't know what's gonna and how she gonna feel about that, and why. Good Lord, why was she feeling what they were doing to the alien? What happened?
I don't know. I have that's part I don't know. I mean, obviously we're gonna find out later on. There's only like what 8 episodes for this.
Yeah,
season?
It's supposed to be 8 episodes, so there's only 5 episodes left.
Yeah, so I don't know. I have no idea what that was all about. But if it had been my lung, that alien would be like, nah.
This guy used to smoke Marlboro Red.
Like, he's got the black lung, Pop. Merman. No, yeah, it was crazy though. I will say at the end of the day, it was still a good episode. But I don't know what it is, but that I don't know their names. But the 2 little kids, guys, android creatures, whatever, when they were talking to the cyborg guy, I can't. They're like, dude, bro. Yeah, I was like, all right, come on. Like it's the kid stuff is getting a little bit too annoying.
I saw several comments after our last reaction, which is available if you didn't see it. You want to go check that out after this. But I saw several comments that were like felt the same way we did about that. Like it was good, but I don't want the kiddie language going on throughout the whole show. And they really continued it here. I was like, teenagers don't even act like that, dude. That was way too much. Yeah, you know. Dude.
And then also, I got to say something about Mark Zuckerberg, a.k.a. the guy that's running the place. Holy crap. Did his Jarrett Fogel come out, or did his Jarrett Fogel come out when he was like, why don't you learn these books, little sweetie, and then we can come back and play?
Did you take it that way?
It's a kid.
Well, yeah, but he was like, remember earlier, he was like, I just want someone interesting to have a conversation.
It just, dude, that guy looks like
he's not going to F it.
No, he just looks like he works at like Kmart or old Kmart 1 hour photo, and he's like a serial killer and does weird things. Like he just looks like
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, he should not. That guy's like not within 1,000 yards of a school. That's 100%. Like that guy, he's got a checker pass. He just looks like that kind of dude. But anyway, other than that, and also I didn't the when they came back from the mission and they had like the Santana playing with that long guitar solo, I was like, all right. Like, what are we going into a jazz club? Let's just get into it.
I thought that was kind of moody.
I can get into the mood in 2 minutes and then just like stop it. Like okay. I'm here now.
I saw Clinton said they're 9 years old. That's why they're acting like that. I mean, I guess, but like, aren't they given some adult? Like, I don't know. Maybe I just don't like it. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's not that. It's not.
Well, that one girl that learned French the week before, she seemed like she was maturing pretty quickly.
That's what I'm saying. Why was she so smart? For a second, I was like, "Who dis?"
I think they're designed to be. I think they're supposed to like grow in smarts pretty quickly. I don't know. I have no idea. But those two aren't. And then you got Tramadol Molly Ringwald depressed about herself, like touching her eyeball in her bedroom chambers, and I'm like, what is going on with her? Like I like she's mad that she's named after a lost boy because you're mad and you're sitting there like all like she looks like the chick from Men in Black. You look like he was wearing an Egger suit. Like it looked like an Egger suit.
She sounds like some women on Twitter, like Cindy Sweetie's getting all the attention.
I don't know. So obviously she's not happy with herself. I know that. And by the way, I'm making a joke. I understand that she's probably dealing with the fact that she's now not in her real body and there's some kind of dysmorphia going on. But anyway,
like they're like, we're gonna cast you for this role, but basically you're gonna spend the first 3 episodes going,
yeah. It's like, God. Somebody get her off that tramadol. It's like affecting your performance. No, but yeah, but the end was cool. I did like how they opened up the egg sac and they got the little spermie out, and that was cool. I never see like literally. So those little face huggers like squirt sperm in your mouth, and then it goes down and hatches in your belly. Cool. You got face raped by an alien. You're so nasty. You nasty dog.
Sharpshooters.
Yeah, I knew they impregnated you that way, but I never seen the little sperm thing. That was weird. But also, Tim the Oliphant, again, best part of the show, knocked it out of the park when he was talking to the cyborg dude, and he was like, "Your ship is a baseball that went over the fence into the neighbor's yard, and I'm the neighbor. It's mine now." Awesome. I was like, that guy will definitely run his cell block if he were in jail. That guy knows. Like, he knows how to talk. That shit
was cool. That was the best, dude. I was glad they gave Timothy I almost said Chalamet again. Timothy Oliphant more screen time in this one. And dude, for a second though, I was like, why is he wearing those cyberpunk glasses when he's a synth? Like, is he afraid to get goo in your eye? But I guess even for him, if it got alien goo in his eye, it would mess up his functioning system. So that makes sense. But no, I love, dude, that ending scene was so cool, especially when they went to that weird filter and like that crispy lens that they went to when he was like in there working. It did have I don't know, dude, the cinematography of this is getting so damn good. Like, every shot is so well done. I'm really impressed. I mean, for TV, like, it's not even HBO, you know what I mean? And it still looks amazing. Some of the CGI is there, but still.
I got the basic bitch cable package for Hulu, so I have to watch all the ads, and it sucked.
You poor loser.
I don't care. I got it. Yeah, it's like $3 a month, dog. That's like called frugal. That's frugality. Frugal. I got it on a Black Friday deal. It's real nice. And I got a Disney package plus with it. But no, not Disney plus, just Disney package. But no, it shut it off. Like, I was afraid I was gonna be late because start watching it, and at 20 minutes in, an ad was supposed to play, and it kicked me out. It's like, we're having trouble playing this title right now. I'm like,
I'm having trouble.
Lois. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll upgrade to live TV for $80 a month. No, I guess I just won't watch it. I'll just make it up.
I don't have live TV either, but I have the no ads Hulu. So it's like $30, but I also get Disney Plus and HBO Max.
Luckily, I have Zumo or whatever it's called from Spectrum. I could just watch it on that if I needed to. But yeah, either way. And then the subtitles wouldn't work. I know I'm old. I have to, because sometimes they speak real, hey, you like playing like with books. Like, they talk like that, you know, I don't know what they're saying. So I have to have the subtitles.
I had to put on the subtitles too, because the kids were still, like I said, we were getting the kids to bed and all that. Ellie had a cross country race, and then they got home, and then so everybody's talking, running around the house, and I was like, I'm trying to conduct business, but I just put on the CC. You know?
Yeah, it didn't work,
and that was good to go.
It didn't work till the last 10 minutes of the show. The subtitles.
Oh, for you? No,
everything was falling apart, so luckily I had headphones.
But like, he on that Waffle House package.
Yeah, I got that tramadol. I got that tramadol brain. No, yeah, but either way, it was a really good episode. Really liked it. Gonna definitely be looking more forward to episode 4, because now you got all sorts of crazy things going on. You got the connection that this Wendy chick has with the aliens for some reason. I don't know. I guess they had a bonding experience in that storage container when she chopped its head off. I don't know. I guess it's like, we had a bonding moment.
Can we say something about that scene though? Hated it. So cool.
Hated it.
I hated it. This just thuck. This just roll. That base dude, watching that entire scene in the storage container, that was me. I was like, that thucks. That rules. That thucks. That rules. Like, dude, it was so badass. The xenomorph, again, we were doing the Wendy story and all that. I'm like, show me that. When do we see Jamie Lee's tits? Show me the alien. Show me the xenomorph. People get upset when you say it wrong, apparently. But dude, when he popped into that car wash, he's like,
yo,
who's trying to get a baby put in him tonight?
Yeah, he was like, oh, she ain't real though. That's pathetic.
That's how Marilyn Manson does the beads backstage. We're all stars now in the dope show.
Dude, that alien creature, that xenomorph was strong though. I didn't know it could like knock over storage containers. I always thought they were strong, but not that strong. Like, that thing was creatined out of its mind. That thing was ready. It was ready to make a baby tonight, and it was wanting it. But yeah, and also interestingly enough, I didn't know that the eggs, when they were, I know we're jumping all over the place, but it is what it be. At the end, when Tim the Oliphant was opening up the egg sac, I thought the embryonic fluid was actually like supposed to be acid too. Surprisingly, it's not.
Well, I mean, it was Oliphant that was in there, right? So, but
no,
I guess
but it would still burn through synthetic. If it was acid, it should. I just thought that the fluid that the face hugger was in was also acidic.
It made sense to. I guess they've done this in the past before, so I should have known this. I just forget. But like, even when he was like dribbling his drool all over their face, I was like, "Oh, you're gonna get." I was like, "Oh, it's not the drool; it's just the blood." But no, the only thing I didn't like about that scene, dude, the alien action was amazing. It looks so sweet. That man, I'm not okay. I don't want to say that, but like the way the xenomorph looks in this show might be the best it's ever looked, dude. Apart from the first movie, like. It's so smooth and so like rubbery. I want to touch it and rub it.
They looked good in Aliens. I mean, they just know how to shoot it. I mean, it looks good. Yeah, I don't even know what they're called. The drones, the drone. But now we don't know. I mean, they got 6 eggs and they got one that they've put inside that dude's lung. So I guess we're gonna see. They're gonna watch it hatch and then study it. I don't know. So it's at least we'll see another one before the show's over. I hope. I hope it was just that one. I got mad when she decapitated. I was like, you dumbass.
That's exactly where I was going, dude. I really hated that. It was cool and believable, but also I was like, dude, how is this guy still surviving? We watched that alien mow down an entire dinner party of George Washington lookalikes, and like in seconds. And for some reason, it can't kill this one dude and this one super synthetic, whatever. And that was kind of like nerfing it a little bit for the main actors. But dude, when they and it was cool when she dragged its tongue into the thing and closed the door. But when they got in there, and I was like, so there's no way they're killing her. There's no way in fuck tit that she should survive being in that storage container with a xenomorph. Like, come on, man. I know people complain about the Mary Sue stuff. It doesn't really count here because she has super abilities or whatever. But come on, man. She's still a kid deep down. There's no way that xenomorph wouldn't have just eaten her alive.
I think it was her, like maybe it was just the synthetic instinct taking over. She didn't really have to do much. It was just her enhanced body doing what it's supposed to do. I don't know.
I just didn't like it.
Come on, dog. Cool. Come on, man. Yeah.
Come on, Skip.
First beer. Yeah. Alien just. End of the day, it was a really good episode. I'm excited for the show. It just sucks that this is it, and then Hulu's folded up into Disney, and that's it. Like this is like their hoorah.
No, they'll still. I mean, if they want to do a season 2, they can do a season 2.
Yeah, but it'll be under Disney umbrella. It'll be I don't know. I read it was like this was like a one shot deal. They weren't doing more than one season.
I think I read that too, but it doesn't have anything to do with them being wrapped up by Disney. I mean, that's already started. You know what I mean? Like, they got a bunch of crazy horror movies on there, and Disney hasn't stopped that, so I'm not worried about that. But, dude,
well, Disney better hold on to this property with that 66% drop off at Fantastic Four. Woo wee,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
dude, it was good.
It wasn't a bad movie, but yeah, second or third week, they had like a 68 or 66% drop off. Awful.
Not good, Jim. By the way, superstar of the episode, the dude in the beginning, the cyborg, fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's cool.
Even though those kids were annoying, like, stop touching me, tickles, and he walked in there, he's like, you're like children. Yeah. Like, what the fuck is this?
He also put that little computer chip thing in that one kid's neck and is now talking to him.
Man, I love that storyline so much. As soon as he popped in there, the neck thing reminded me, by the way, of Javid in Prometheus when he's like talking to Fuckface and he drips that little drip. But when he came in that kid's brain, it was like, hello, Jimothy, or whatever his name is. I was like, that's fucking cool. And when he was on the phone with the lady and he was like, I've got no home. He's like, this is my life's work. I'm going to figure it out. And also the lines he had about, I wish I was a pure synthetic or whatever, so I didn't feel stuff. Yeah. So that, dude, they made his character so badass and like added so much lore to him and so many cool techniques that he does. He's like the T-1000 of this series now, which is fucking cool.
Well, he also had been gone apparently, which maybe they did talk about it in episode 1 or 2. Maybe I just skipped over it, but they were talking that he'd been gone for like 65 years. So everyone he knew and loved on Earth is gone. Because Wutani, I think that, Wutani, is that her name? The girl that he was talking to on the phone. She said, you're talking about my grandmother. She's been dead for a long time. So he's been out on this deep space research vessel for a long ass time. And then he also mentioned that there was sabotage involved with the ship crashing. But honestly, the Beastie Boys played. I don't, but
that would have been a great song at the end, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was like, how much money do you think they're spending on their budget on just their music choices alone?
Metallica and Alice in Chains back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that had to be.
But expensive. It's like a really good intrigue going on with all of it, and they're doing a really good job with it. I got to be honest with you, like the trailers look good. when I watched the trailers, but I also didn't really have a high hope for it. I was like, yeah, they can also just take a dump all over this and just make it complete bullshit. But they're actually doing a really good job. And I did see someone in the chat said, does anyone know what timeline this is supposed to be in? I know it's a prequel to Alien 1. I think this takes place 7 years.
I think it's 2 years before the first Alien.
2 years before it. So Sigourney Weaver's fated meeting with the alien.
Best white panties you'll ever see in your life.
Yeah, those are definitely Walmart specials. Nice. Nice.
Best. And I even like the opening, dude. That's so sweet how it like shows a couple of the cool ass. And again, that proton pack from the last episode was dope. I'm really liking it. It's my favorite episode so far. If I gave the last couple episodes, like I think we gave it like a 7.5, I'd give this one an 8.
I've got an 8.
This is, people aren't going to like this, but when the brother Joe DiMaggio was knocked out, I was like, good. Like, I'm kind of tired of him. He's kind of whiny, and I just really don't like him that much. And then when Wendy was knocked out, I was like, sweet. Because when it focused on all the other cool shit happening, it was so much more interesting to me. Yeah. I really love this show when it focuses away from the Lost Boys and away from Wendy and all that shit. I think it's a 10 out of 10. When it focuses on them, it's more like a 5.
I mean, I think they should just focus on Timothy Olyphant.
Yeah, dude, it's so cool.
I mean, he's obvious. And dude, and by the way, that chick, the other android, is the Babadook lady, the mom from Babadook. I didn't even realize that. I was like, why does she look so fucking familiar? And I looked her up. I was like, it's the Babadook lady.
She's having a better time.
So she's already had to deal with like creatures that drive her fucking insane and her goddamn kid in that movie. So she's used to this.
She literally went to space to get away from her fucking son.
God damn, what an annoying kid. Dude in Babadook, that kid is like top, like maybe number 1 most annoying kid in a horror movie ever, period. Like I was God damn it, fucking die.
And like you feel bad for it because like he has some issues, you know what I mean?
Care.
Like but still, like for that movie, it was like, shut up.
Yeah, I hate that kid. Anyway, 10 out of 10 episode, 8.0 for both of us. There are some draggy points in the film or in the show, but it holds up very well. Beginning's awesome. Ending is even better. So I just hope we keep this momentum going. I hope the 4th episode is really good and we just wrap it up awesomely at the end.
Yeah.
But but it's already pretty much spoiled because I mean, not spoiled, but you know, Timothy Olyphant's going to portray some shit. Like he's already got that look about him. It's like, I hate these motherfuckers that think they're synthetic, but they're not. You stupid asses.
Like he's like, look with your eyes. It's like, stop touching shit.
Dude, he comes like he's got the same energy that he had in Girl Next Door. He's got that same bully energy, but he's like trying to be like the big brother, but he's also got this like bullyish type of attitude about him.
Yeah,
you know like how he was in The Girl Next Door. He's like, you guys sometimes know when the squeeze or the juice is worth the squeeze and shit. I don't know. He just got that kind of attitude about him.
Dude, he was intimidating as hell in The Boy Next Girl. When he was talking to that kid, he's like, no, I'm your friend. He's like, bop, fucking sucker punched him. And that kid ate that punch like it was fucking barbecue.
That's such an underrated fucking movie with Timothy Olyphant in that. It's so good. Yeah. Girl Next Door. But yeah, anyway, 8.0 for both. Excited for episode 4. I don't really think we missed anything. There was nothing major that was revealed, except for obviously they betrayed the brother, Joe DiMaggio, by like opening him up and removing his fucking lung, which looked like it was a healthy lung. And they were like, nah, that's good. We're going to use this as an embryonic stack for this little sperm we got from the alien.
Yeah, is he going to be dead? I kind of hope he's dead. I know that sounds
I don't think he's dead. He was in recovery.
Yeah, but they took his lung.
You can live with one lung.
Yeah. Well, Babe Ruth did, or someone.
I guess I don't know. I mean, it's in the future. Maybe they got a synthetic lung. I don't know.
It wasn't Babe Ruth. Yeah, that's true. They could just like, let's just pop this new Vacuum Master 5000 in there. You're good to go. It sucks and it blows. Dude, that's the biggest questions we have, and you guys try to answer them in the chat if you can. Why does she feel pain? The trick, William Potter, is not finding that it hurts.
I now know why you cry. But it's
why does she feel pain when they touch and fuck the alien? And what is Timothy Olyphant's from Undergame? What's he got going on? And I do have a prediction as well. I think that Timothy Chalamet is gonna. I think he's gonna go out in the end of this in like a blaze of glory. I think he's gonna go out like Scarface. It's either gonna be the people whose shit he's trying to steal, or it's gonna be the Wendy's eating him alive. Like, oh, I almost spoiled a movie. It's gonna be like the Wendy's eating him alive or something, or just killing him. I think we're gonna watch him die a horrific death. That's just my.
Well, it's for some reason why I don't know why it is, except for Bishop. All the androids that have come in contact with these xenomorphs have always gone crazy because they look at it as a higher form of survival, the next evolution. and they get fascinated with it, and they always betray their human counterparts in order to like keep it alive and do all the and watch it work. They all do.
Like ChatGPT is going to do us one day.
Yeah, one day Skynet is coming. Get in line. Suck that cybernetic wiener while you can. But no, yeah. But so I mean, he's obviously going to betray him, and maybe he won't. But it looks like it's setting it up like that. And by the way, I will point out just a speculation, and I hope this isn't the way they're going. Wendy might be feeling like what the alien is feeling, because remember in God, I hated that fucking movie too, Alien Resurrection, when they used clone DNA to bring back Sigourney Weaver with something with the aliens, and it was something that's why she could feel them and know, and that she was like their mama. I hope to God they didn't play around. They're like, oh yeah, Wutani gave us the specimens early on for us to grow these synthetic bodies using DNA that we didn't know where it was from, but it turns out it was. I hope it's not some stupid shit like that, because she's the prototype.
Yeah, Wendy. I actually think, dude, I agree with you on that. I also think that there's a chance that this whole thing ends with a super supremist tie into Alien. Like, I don't know what it would be or how they would do it, but it is confusing. The timeline's real confusing.
Well, I think that's the problem. When you go back and you do this revisionist shit, you get a little sticky, because from my understanding, I mean, yeah, you can count. See, I don't even think people count AVP in the canon. I know that Ridley Scott doesn't. The AVP series doesn't count in canon in a lot of people's minds with the Alien franchise. You have Prometheus, you have Revenant, you have Romulus, which is after it. But okay, so it goes like this: Prometheus, Revenant, or I'm sorry, Covenant, Prometheus, Covenant, Alien 1, Aliens, somewhere around there Romulus happens, right? And then you have Alien 3 and then Resurrection.
Yeah.
All right. And so this is taking place. But so if you're going to go by just that timeline alone, humans knew of the alien existence by Covenant, but it was never reported back to Earth, so they weren't aware of it. The actual first contact with would be Alien 1 when they find.
Stacy's right, by the way. Romulus is between 1 and 2.
Okay,
it's so confusing.
Okay, so between 1 and 2. So you have. So okay, let me go back. So Prometheus, Covenant, Alien, Romulus, Aliens, Alien 3, Resurrection. And then this is taking place before Alien 1, right? So if we're in that timeline now, Prometheus would have been the first time that humans had any kind of contact with this alien species that engineered us, when they came in contact with the engineer. So and then they found the pod, which then created the alien, the xenomorph, for the first time. See, this is where it gets all fucked up.
Yeah. So and this is what I'm thinking too. Is this crazy? Am I messing with my lore here? Or is there a possibility that whatever happens at the end of Alien Earth ends up, maybe they put the xenomorphs on the planet that put out the distress signal for the Nostromo to go to in the first place, and that's how it all ties in.
That's the only way. Well, that's the only way they can do it, because if you don't do it that way, then you fuck up the timeline.
But it's only 2 years.
And if you fuck up the timeline,
movie,
we got to get the time stone and go back and fix it. And we don't have access.
But actually that doesn't work, because it's only 2 years before Alien. There's with how long it takes to travel to these places, even then they wouldn't have been able to go and put them there. So I guess that's not what's going to happen. You're going to find out that the alien was on the ship the entire time in the Nostromo because they took off from Earth.
I don't know, dude. I'm starting to feel like that one guy in the meme where he's like smoking a cigarette and he's got a tie and it's all like ruffled up, and he's got like behind him all the whiteboard with all the things that are pointing. And I'm like trying to figure out this fucking timeline, because I don't like it when they do this prequel shit. It's a good idea. I mean, the show is fabulous. It's doing very well. In my opinion, it's a good show. But it's like when you're going back and you're messing with the prequels, and you can muddy up where you're at.
Yeah. No, it's going to be interesting. I saw someone say like maybe they're just doing their own thing entirely. Maybe they are, because nobody in the space knows what's going on in deep sea underground. But
well, then they wouldn't say it was 2 years before Sigourney Weaver.
That's true. I don't know. Maybe they lied to us. Fuck, I don't know. But that's. I think we covered it all except for the couple questions we have, which the show will divulge. Give us your opinions. Give us your thoughts in the comments. We're going to go through, talk to you guys. There are 2 fucking ridiculous super chats.
I am not through. Nixon, is that you?
It's worthy of one of these just because I like to press the button. Which one? This? Dude. Motherfucker. And we're going to get to every super chat that you guys put out tonight. We promise, as we always do, as well as some chats in the reg. But got to call out a fucking.
Oh, dude, what the fuck, man? Holy shit, man.
John Winston has laid his beanbag on the earth. Alien John Winston's dick earth.
God damn, dude.
Huge dick that man has. And I like it. It's a friend of mine. I'm going to shut up and read this.
Holy fuck, dude. Thank you.
Fortnite. Man. Spec. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Says, what's up, y'all? Hope y'all are doing good. Best paranormal. The Exorcist, The Sixth Sense, Poltergeist, tie, Lights Out. Poltergeist is a tie with Lights Out. Okay, so let's break that one down first real quick. All right. I love you and so much what you just did for us. I cannot, in good conscience, though, agree with you and put Lights Out on the same level of Poltergeist, unless you're talking about the remake, which you aren't, because no one likes that. But I respect your opinion.
I like all your choices. If that's your ranking, The Exorcist first, Sixth Sense, Poltergeist, and then Poltergeist tying with Lights Out. I really can't. I'd probably put The Exorcist number 1 for sure. The Sixth Sense would be 3rd for me. Poltergeist would be 2, and then Lights Out would be last. But I love Lights Out. I love that fucking movie, dude. That was like such an original ass fucking movie from Pony Smasher.
Yeah, and I put Exorcist number 1 and Poltergeist number 2. I think that is like the most solid number 1 and number 2 that you could have in a ranking of paranormal films.
We did a collab with a buddy of ours. We were doing Tobe Hooper film, or we did a Poltergeist commentary, and there's a lot of speculation in the community, specifically with that movie, whether or not that's a Tobe Hooper film or if that's a Steven Spielberg movie. And the whole idea behind that collab was when we were supposed to point out scenes that we thought was Tobe Hooper inspired or Steven Spielberg inspired.
Yeah,
and that is
from pretty much it.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, and that film is 100%. Like, there's 98% of that movie is Spielberg, which is fucking awesome because Tobe Hooper definitely has his flavor in it.
Oh yeah,
but
he's got his fingers deep in it.
But it's such a great movie because I think Steven Spielberg, like his whole thing was like he wanted to make like the ultimate horror, like haunted house movie. That's his whole like goal was to do that, and he did. Yeah. He did a great job. That remake sucked ballsack though.
I mean, Sinister counts as a paranormal movie, right? I mean, yeah, right. I mean,
anything like Insidious, Sinister, any of that shit.
Right. So personally, now The Sixth Sense never did it for me, dude. Like, I like it. It's a good film. I love Bruce Willis. Great film. It never did it for me as far as scares go because I'll just admit it. Like, the first time I watched The Sixth Sense, I was just like too stupid to get it. I was like, wait, what? He's a lot. He's a good. I was a little confused. So it never landed for me the way it does other people. So I can't really speak on it. But I would probably go Exorcist, Poltergeist, Sinister as my top 3. Sinister is questionable. I'm trying to think if I'm missing something like big, huge, but I can't.
Well, I will say this: if you're just gonna put your own but your own paranormal like top 4, I would say then it would be The Exorcist. But I also it's somewhere in my list. I would have the one with the guy that played Ebenezer Scrooge. What the fuck was that movie called?
Bill Murray?
No, not that one. It's a horror movie from the 70s or maybe early 80s.
The Changeling?
The Changeling. What a fucking badass movie, dude. That movie scared the shit out of me as a kid, and I still love it to this day. It's such a great, amazingly well-told story with paranormal overtones in it, which they don't show you a lot of anything going on. You just hear it, and that fucking freaks you out. The ball coming down from the stairs after the guy gets pissed off, and if the little boy, because he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing, this ghost boy, he takes the ball, he throws it into the water, and then it bounces down the stairs as soon as he arrives home. It's all wet. That shit's fucking scary, dude. I don't know, but yeah, I will. Dude, it's so fucking good. But as far as The Sixth Sense, I got that movie. That was one of the first titty twister endings there, like because it was a mind blowing movie because you didn't see it coming, and then also it was fucking sad when you realize what had happened. And then the only other films that had done that to me was Saw and The Others.
I have a paranormal guest in my home now. Excuse me for my lack of attention to this matter. I just heard something creep me out. So guys, what is yours? If Exorcist is number 1 and Poltergeist is number 2, just assume that. What's your all's number 3?
By the way, John, I'm glad that we're all 3 on the same wavelength because there's a lot of fuckers that will be like, The Exorcist is overrated, bro. It's overrated. I was like, dude, it's not. What are you talking?
Liar, whore.
Not even just the fact that it's amazingly horrific. It's scary, right? It's also an amazingly put together film. It's fucking it's a masterpiece as far as filmmaking goes.
I think the hype just ruins it for some people, but yeah, I think if they're wrong. Best Hellraiser movie. Hellraiser, I totally agreed. Nothing comes close to the original movie for me, not at all. Hellraiser 2 is his second. That I disagree with. I would actually put Hellraiser 3 as second. I know, I love it. Hellraiser Judgment.
Judgment's really good.
Dude, I love seeing love for Hellraiser Judgment. That movie's so fucking underrated. They made that movie for like $12 in a Twix bar, and they still made it cool.
Yeah, and you know, the guy had to take over Doug Bradley's role, and he did a good job. Like, he did an amazing job. Better than that piece of shit fucking Spirit Halloween cocksucker they got for Halloween Revelations. Holy shit. Fucking using a dollar-ass general camera to film it in someone's attic.
We should do a commentary for that movie just to see how bad it really is.
It's dude, I can't. It's so fucking bad, dude. Like, but I will say Hellraiser 1, a classic film, even though I always say Hellraiser 1 could do with a remake because it's Clive Barker's premiere as a director. He really didn't know what he was doing, but they were so fucking smart in the fact that when they did that movie, Doug Bradley was obviously amazing, right? Theater major, knew what he was doing, brought life to this character, really cool. But they also cast actual actors as the other Cenobites that didn't even have lines. Butterball, Female, and Chatterer were actual actors. They weren't just stunt people. So that was it. That was cool. They knew how to do theater shit. So it was awesome. But I also, here's the thing. This is where I get a little closer. Hellraiser Inferno is my second favorite. Hellraiser Inferno is talking about such an underrated fucking movie, dude. So good. It was straight to VHS, but it was so goddamn well done. Because the bad guy doesn't win, or he does win in the end, but they actually focus on more about what that story is supposed to be about, which is sinners getting punished for being sinful, which is the corrupt detective and all that shit. Dude, that whole fucking thing was amazing. And then third, I'd pick I'd pick Hellraiser 2, but Hellraiser 2 is it just feels there's something about that movie. It just feels incomplete. I don't know what it is, and I hate that Dr. Chenard beats the fuck out of the Cenobites.
That always
as soon as they're like, "Oh, I'm human fit. I guess I'm depressed now." And then the Dr. Chenard comes in and like he's been a Cenobite for 5 seconds, like I'm gonna fuck your shit up, and then they get fucked up.
Yeah, they kind of bitched out Hellraiser in that one, or Pinhead in that one. Yeah, I would go Hellraiser 3. I love the scene in the club when he just eats everybody the fuck up. He's like, "Charlemagne, be good." That's so good.
You enjoyed her body, as did I.
And the CD spitting dude, and it was so 90s and so great. And the club owner who was a fuck boy, that whole thing was great. And my number 3 will be also Inferno, but it's like Inferno slash the one with Adam Scott in it. No. Yeah, no, because it starts in space, right? It's such a badass ending, dude. At the end,
you're talking about Bloodlines?
Yeah. At the end, when they kill him, that could have been a really cool death for Pinhead. When he's like, "Welcome to Oblivion." Is that what he said? Oh, he said, what did he say?
Oh, he said, "Welcome to Oblivion." He's like, "Amen."
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
But that's the only thing about that is they killed him off, which I was like, that's dumb. But it happened way in the future, so it is what it is. That movie could have been good.
It equals Broken Arrow at the end when John Travolta's like, he's like, yeah. he lets the nuke hit him in the chest, and then that terrible like body double thing flies away. That's what it reminded me of.
That movie could have been so much better than it was. And it was like the CG didn't live up to the hype. They were trying to do a lot of crazy shit that just didn't work. And then I did like that they did the origin story of the box, and they went through how the box was created by the toy maker, and there was the whole thing with Angelique and the demon hunter, whatever that they were trying to capture. That it was cool. It was just a lot of it was just really cheesy special effects that kind of ruined the film. But otherwise, it was a good movie. Hellraiser 3 was
Adam Scott.
Hellraiser 3. Adam Scott was Hellraiser for Bloodlines, and then I thought you were talking about the Mayhem guy. That was
Hellseeker. Yeah,
that was not. That's a good one too.
I got this headache.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I
think, worst. I will tell you this. Other than Judgment, the worst one is Hellworld. Hellworld fucking sucks, dude. All that is like their virtual reality bullshit.
Yeah, it does have Henry Cavill in there for a minute though. Yeah. That's the only thing, and Lance Henriksen's in there as well. So it's got a good acting. Best found footage, Wreck. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh my god, I love that movie. That movie made me shit my pants at least twice. And
I just did it on like instinct, not even because I was here.
I didn't even have Taco Bell today. Wreck is so good, dude. If you guys never seen that movie, I always recommend it. You got to watch it. It's worth the subtitles, I promise you. As Above, So Below.
That's a great movie. It's really good, dude.
So underrated. If you're into hell, you guys into like Satan stuff? If you're into like
break up the Ouija boards and black candles, bro.
Yeah, dude. Block lipstick. You know, we're gonna cut each other. That's awesome. Hell House LLC, the original, scary as fuck too. Especially if you're scared of clowns. Rubber clowns on strings. I would go personally when it comes to found footage, though. I would have to go numero uno, a Blair Witcho.
You have to. You have to.
For me, not great rewatchable, but for what it meant when it came out. And number 2, I would go Sticky Fingers. I wasn't smelling my fingers. I just want you guys. I just did this. That'd be weird. It's like,
smell your butt.
Like one of those guys on Fox Sports. I just hung out with Joy Taylor. She's a great analyst.
Why does it smell like mayonnaise and dead fish in here? Oh.
Grave Encounters, dude. It's got to be up there. It's good.
So fucking good, dude. We were in the sequel.
We were in the sequel. Not a big deal. We're famous.
Now that we're flexing.
Famous actors.
They didn't give us our goddamn posters. Fuck you, Vicious Brothers.
We're huge. They didn't give us a good deal, but we're in the movie.
Dude, we told that story so many times. Like we gathered the family around to watch it. We were in it for 2 seconds, and they didn't even give us swag for it.
We ordered pizza like stupid idiots. And finally, I would go. I'm gonna miss something here, and it's gonna piss me the fuck. I'm gonna go Wreck. This is my number 3.
Yeah, I think my number 1 would be Blair Witch Project, and you know, for the same reasons that Mike mentioned, it's the granddaddy of them all. Like it was amazing how they did it. It was, and up to a point, like I don't know if it still holds the record as most successful independent film of all time. I think they ran out with 20,000, 25 grand, and it fucking generated millions worldwide. Huge success. And yeah, maybe rewatchability is down, but it's still cool. And by the way, the best, most insane viral marketing of all time will never be repeated ever. The internet was still new. They knew how to market that shit perfectly, and they got on that hype train of the internet and using that as a tool to market it. Dude, what geniuses to do that. So that's number 1 for me. Number 2, I got to give it up to Paranormal Activity. Paranormal Activity was also one of those kind of like low budget found footage films that a lot of people didn't expect to be as good as it was, and it had no right to be as good as it was, and it was awesome. Again, they have a lot of money. It's a very simple premise, very simple idea. Turn that into a fucking money making machine. So I did love it. It was actually a really cool storyline. I hate it. Mika was dumb as fuck. Just listen to Katie. Mika. She's telling you the goddamn truth. And I'm gonna tell you what, though. So I don't believe in this shit. So I'm just gonna get a Ouija board. Oh my god, it burnt a fucking hole in my table. I guess I'll just not listen to you and double down. I hated that shit. But anyway, it was still an intriguing story. And then my third, you know what? I gotta go with John on this. As Above, So Below. And just because I want to give it the love that it deserves. It does not get talked about nearly as much as it should get talked about. The only problem with that movie is I feel like it should have been longer. And I normally don't say that about horror movies. I feel like if you give it an extra juicy 20 minutes.
Your wife usually doesn't say that about sex with you.
Never. Because it only lasts 5 seconds. And I don't care. There's no sequels involved in this week. Just no sequels coming down the pipeline. I'm sorry. It's a one-night show only. It's a feature presentation. Buckle up, 5 seconds. You get what you get. But anyway, I will say it definitely deserved at least another 20 minutes.
Jay has that Temu dick.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? It functioned, it works, but it's probably not like, you know, Amazon quality. Right? Anyhow, but no, I will say, I feel like As Above, So Below, if it had been 20 minutes longer, we'd had a little bit more juiced out type of story, a little bit, because I love the whole Dante's Inferno, which is what they were going for. Like, as you were, you know, abandon hope, all ye who enter here, all that cool shit. Like, and then it was all dude, it was so cool. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It's an excellent list, and that's an excellent super chat, John. We love you, dude. We really
Thank you, John. And I also not to just the fact that you're so generous, and we really love you and appreciate you, man. But the fact that you bring up some good ass fucking like commentary there, I love doing that shit.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Great conversation. Amazingly nice of you to do that first, man. We really do appreciate you. We love you. And another big dick dropping some bitch, and I'm talking huge as well. That we'll get to before we get into the rest of the conversation. And that comes from a man, you know him, you love him. He smells great. He's a wonderful kisser. Am I killing time because I'm trying to find it? Yes, I am. But none of the things I said were not true.
God damn, just get to it, yo.
I am a man who loves Lee the Machine Bowers. Thank you so much, Lee.
Hey, man. What the fuck, dude? Thank you. So much love tonight. I guess you all loved Alien Earth, too. I loved it.
He says, hey, fellas. This wine might be getting to me. I don't know if you could tell. I'm a little slippy with my words right now. He said, I'm not a wine drinker, you know.
Well, I'll read it. Hey, fellas. Okay. Hey, fellas. Sadly, I'm missing the live going to see TMNT in theaters for the 35th anniversary. Oh, shit, dude. That's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good time, dude. Hope you all have an amazing night. By the way, J Arrow Video got an TMNT trilogy box set on 4K on pre-order on their site. Finally, we get a 4K. And Loomis, stop spanking Michael. Love you. I never touched Michael. I only spank him over the edge of the cliff. I hope he falls over with that. I don't need to explain. Shut your goddamn mouth. Here's the thing, dude.
I lied.
Yeah, I envy the fuck out of you, dude. I forgot about that. I would love to see that on the big screen.
It's here, dude. It's in town. It's in Lexington. They're playing it in Lexington. I thought about going. I totally forgot about it. But that would be an amazing movie to see the 4K transfer on the big screen.
Yo, dudes and dudettes, Major League Butt Kicking is back in town. All right. Fuck yeah, dude. That's so awesome. And you know, getting the trilogy. Because you know what? I will even watch TMNT 3 now and again. I know it's not as good as the first two, not even close. But, dude, even at the shittiest, when TMNT 3 came out, it's still better than all that Michael Bay shit that's been pushed on us for the last couple of years. All that CG shit. Even TMNT 3, which was bad, right, was still better than all the slop Michael Bay has given us.
Agreed. And I do what I do love about TMNT 3 is we get a super sweet look at the sewer. Their home in the sewer. Like, it looks so good. They got those lights up. I just want to hang out there just for a
How did you get in April's pants? And also, they got Casey to come back. I can't remember what's the guy's name that played Casey Jones.
Judd
Apatow.
Harvey Keitel.
That's who it is.
Oh my God, I know his name, dude. I know his name.
Elias
Cotier,
yes.
Yeah.
It was really I don't know why Elias Cotier didn't come in. He wasn't available for TMNT Secret of the Ooze. I don't know why. There was I guess scheduling conflict. But even that dude loved the Turtles franchise so much that he would come back and do the third one. I mean, I'm not saying that he did it for like, just for out of the love of his heart. I'm sure he got paid handsomely, but I'm just saying it's cool that he even came back to do the third one. He really wasn't in it that like very much. He took care of the samurai dudes at the beginning, and then he was only in it for a couple of scenes, which were hilarious when he was taken to the arcade and shit, and then he was in at the end.
Didn't that whole movie, it's been a while since I've seen it, but didn't that whole movie just based on the fact that April's dumbass bought a creepy lamp from a fucking flea market?
Yeah, she went and bought like it was like some kind of lantern or
of course, of all the people in the entire world that would get that time traveling lamp, it would be the fucking Ninja Turtles that live under the sewers of New York City.
Why is it spinning so hard? I guess we're gonna go back in time and get April. Yeah, and the other thing I didn't like about I remember watching. I did watch that in the movie theater. My brother and I were visiting family, and we went and seen that in the movie theater. And even as a kid, I'm like, what the fuck? Because I was like, I was like, why do they look like that? Like they changed the Muppets or whatever, the puppets from what it was in the first two. They changed the suits, and then their eyes were like all fucking bugged out, like they were on crack. They're like, dude, where's April at? Like, I was like, why'd you? Because the suits looked great. the suits already looked good in the first two. I don't know why I think it was something, a licensing issue, or they lost the guy that did. I don't know if
Jim Henson
had passed away, and that's why. I don't remember what the dealio was with that.
So
they, even as a kid, I was like, they look fucking weird.
Well, dude, one of my best, and a lot of you have heard the story, so I'll be brief. One of my best movie experiences of all time. There was a new theater in town. It was the first movie tavern that didn't exist back then in Virginia Beach, where I lived. And it was their opening night or whatever. We went there for the first time. We're like, we can get pizza while we watch movies? Fuck yeah! And I was a little small kid. And like a couple days before, we walked across one of those wishing fountains or whatever. And I threw a coin in, and I was like, I want to meet the Ninja Turtles in real life. And that was my thing. I threw the coin in, and I was like, try this one, Buster. And then, dude, fucking lo and behold, they had a bunch of dudes in really badass ninja costumes, or turtle costumes, come through and like talk to the kids and shit. And you know what I did? I did this shit. I was fucking scared of them. They came around, they're like, "What's up, dudes?" And like, I'm like, I didn't like it.
What a gay wish and a gay reaction.
I know. I was
and it came true, and it's still you weren't good enough for it. That's
I know.
No, that's
a little bitch.
Dude, by the way, I just gotta point this out. Like, why don't we just go back to the basics? It's like there's enough people want to see the original return of the Henson puppets. Why is it such a problem to do that? Like, you're telling me that there's no way that a studio doesn't realize that, hey, you know how we can print money with the TMNT brand? Just bring back the Jim Henson Muppets and just do an hour and a half or an hour and 45-minute film.
So
or even, you know, a lot of people are asking for The Last Ronin, right? Is that what it's called? A Ronin or whatever? Michelangelo?
They announced the fucking movie and then they were like, nah.
Yeah, well, it's dark. It's extremely dark. Like, it will be like not for kids 100% because all the brothers are dead and it's just Michelangelo. And he's not the fun-loving, pizza-loving dude anymore.
I'm seriously upset. I would love that movie too.
Yeah, dude, he was like all quiet in the sewers, like, I'm seriously upset. I really don't want to talk about it anymore.
This bottle of Beast is taking me home.
You guys have Domino's?
That's a Dashboard Confessional deep cut, if anybody knows it. Or Kill the Pain with Space Side if you like Jimmy Eat World. But dude,
also, I because now we're all here, I want to also mention and thank all you dudes that turned out for the Friday the 13th thing last week. That was fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
We had so many people that showed up for that.
In there, I feel like,
it tapped at around 570. That was insane. Woo! Or 560 or some shit like that. That was insane. That was it's not the most concurrent viewers we've ever had, but just to have that many people watching it along with us, our dumbasses, that was so cool. So thank you guys. Yeah. So we might have some new people in here that joined from that.
And you know what? We didn't even get copyright stricken for watching it. That was a cool part too. Maybe I should start giving the Jason Yathraniverse some credit.
Yeah,
just kidding.
It was really cool.
And also, Mike Nelson reached out and confirmed he will be coming on the show.
What he say?
So we're trying to schedule it, trying to figure it out. But we're gonna have Mike Nelson on the show to talk about it. It's gonna be nice.
Well, Mike Nelson better bring his Angry Orchard because I don't believe him. If he
have y'all found that shit in the stores? I can't.
No, it's not. Not so. Like, it just keeps selling out.
Dog titties
keep selling out like KFC's potato wedges. They're bringing that back this week, by the way.
Really? Like,
I love their potato wedges. That was the dumbest shit they ever did when they got rid of that. Yeah, dude.
No, the dumbest thing that anybody ever did. Well, we both know got rid of the jalapeno thick burger from Hardee's, which, by the way, Jay, I recreated it this week. I fucking swear to God. I got deep in the lab like Tony Stark. Jay, you have to taste it. I fucking
taste. Did you use Angus beef?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, 80-20.
You don't even know what that word is. You know,
it's fucking. But you know how Hardee's doesn't even do the thick burger anymore. You can't even get a thick burger these days. It's like Demolition Man around here.
It's a rat burger. Rat.
Taco Bell.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah. Well, jalapeno thick burgers from Hardee's or Carl's Jr. if you're out west, it was the greatest sandwich to ever grace us, in the fast food places. And they got rid of it. I don't know why. I guess it just wasn't selling enough for them, but it's a fan favorite, so I don't get it. But so now this week, though, KFC is bringing back their tato wedges. Their tato wedges was fucking great. I love their tato wedges. But it's a limited time. I don't get these fast food places, dude. Like, people love that shit. They love a menu item and then you take it off the shelf and you're like, no. You have to.
You tried the spicy McMuffin? I swear to God, we're gonna get back into the chat. Have you tried the spicy McMuffin from McDonald's in the morning time?
I didn't even know they had a spicy McMuffin.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good.
Well, I don't get up early enough for it, so that's probably why I missed out. I feel
it's 10:30, man.
Yeah,
it's 10:30.
No, I'm Adam Sandler, dude. Like, I'm fucking Adam Sandler from Big Daddy. He's like, yeah, well, fucking, I guess we'll get he's like, hey, you guys still serving breakfast? He's like, what do you have? They're like, no, we stopped serving at 10. And you're like, what? You guys used to serve till 11.
That's crazy, dude. You got to get up before the crack.
Well, I usually am. I texted you back at like 4:00 this morning. I was up then, but like last night I imbibed a bit, so I went to bed earlier. Well, I went to bed about 4 when I texted you back.
PM? Oh, okay.
AM.
No. I was like, God damn, what time did you start?
Then I had
yesterday
like 10. I woke up at like 10.
It'll get you. But yeah, you should try it. But dude, I'm telling you, I recreated it. It's amazing. I promise you. I even found the fucking recipe for the sauce. It's so good. What was I gonna say?
I'm waiting on our hater to come back and be like, what even is the show anymore?
It's not good. That's what it is.
It's supposed to be talking about movies. These fat fucks are talking about goddamn breakfast foods and shit.
You love it, chubby. Get in here and talk food with us.
They want to get on camera with us.
Yeah, chumps. Eli Jones, 854 with is that Paul Stanley or is it Peter Chris?
Paul Stanley.
We
loving that. Thank you, man.
Welcome to the fuck town. On YouTube memberships, by the way, I tried Taco Bell.
Shock me. Make me feel better. By the way, I love That's Ace Frehley, by the way. It's not Paul Stanley. Ace Frehley.
Oh,
I'm
not a Kiss fan. That's on you.
I'm not a Kiss fan either, but my brother was. But I should have known. But Ace Frehley, great guitar player, shitty singer. He's like shot because they all the Kiss members went and had their own solo albums. Peter Criss could actually sing. He sang Beth, which was an awesome fucking song, and he can actually sing. Gene Simmons, all right, not great. Paul Stanley can sing. Ace Frehley, no fucking way. Like that guy, keep him away from the booze and the microphone. But he's a great guitar player.
Hey, welcome, Eli. Michael Parton, Gamescom is this week. Is there any streams? What the fuck is Gamescom, Michael?
I didn't know that. What is that?
I don't know what that is, yo. You don't know what that is? You're a gaming son.
Well, we're doing a stream right now, though, Michael. Well, you know what? We're gonna have a Patreon stream on Saturday.
Bring your tits, kids, wife out of town. Jay coming over. Gonna get weird. Bring phone calls. Video games, touching each other.
We're gonna we're gonna make sure we prank call people that we're not prank calling like houses, by the way, just in case you guys are new here. Some of you guys, I see a couple of new members. We prank call like actual, like, and we're having fun. We're not like being mean, you know. It's like crank yankers. So it's not like we're not trying to be like really nasty or anything like that.
Until Jay gets into Loomis and he starts yelling over my shoulder.
I haven't done that yet. Fuck up! I might do that. She
goes, sir, you need to get off the phone.
Yeah, I think what I might do is like we'll prank call like a Walmart in like the butt fuck of Texas, and I'll be like, hey, can I talk to the manager? And they're like, yeah, hold on one second. I was like, yeah, listen, it was the worst goddamn experience I've ever experienced in my life. And they're like, what happened? Like, I was going in there and I was looking for a shock collar. Right, I was looking for a shock collar. I have psychopaths that I look after, and I need a shock collar because sometimes they get out of hand and the backhand across the face won't work. So I need a shock collar. You know,
blades.
Just going on a tangent, but yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be a good time. You know what we should play? We should play Marvel Rivals.
I'll try it. I'll try anything once. I do want to play another game of Madden. All right, show off the skills and have Jay narrate it as Corey Feldman like he did last time. That was fun.
Well, hopefully we can get somebody on the fucking microphone so I can talk shit to him.
I'll work on that. I'll work on that. That's Saturday night, by the way. You can join in the Patreon. There is a YouTube membership tier that you can join to be part of the live streams. They get wicked nasty, so it's only for people above the age of 21.
Well, as long as I don't know what I'm not there.
Fine.
You could be just as long as you're an adult legally in the United States, you're cool.
Yeah, but it's weird.
Here's I know that I saw somebody was like, why don't you guys put that shit on regular YouTube? Because YouTube would shut us the fuck down. Like that would never last. I mean, we do a lot of shit. They'd be like, nah, you're out.
Right, 100%. So yeah, join one of those tiers and join a Saturday. But I don't know what Gamescom is. We'll have to look into it. Maybe there's some cool news coming out. Marjorie, hello, become a YouTube member. Welcome, Marjorie.
Marjorie.
Watch me.
I love your butter. Your butter is great. Butter's great.
I want to talk about buttered sausages. Brian Hansen, member for 13 months, says, "Hey lads, how's jail, Diddy? Been a while, but keep up the good stuff. You keep it up."
Hey, thank you, man.
Baby oil 5,000.
I've been rooting for you the entire time. I knew you were innocent.
It's going well. You're doing well, actually.
I knew you were innocent, dog.
You're overcoming the odds, P. He's shortened his name to P after prison. It's just no longer P. Diddy. Byron Hansen says, I think they'll link the Alien and Predator show together, so we could potentially have a cinematic universe for AVP. Sweet Revenge was great, by the way. He loved it. We did too. Thought it was fucking dope.
Well, do they have the rights to even fuck around with Predator? I don't think they do.
No, I mean, look, dude, in Badlands that's coming out in November. You saw in the trailer. Yeah. Prey was on Hulu, but they've definitely, it's Disney. Disney owns Predator, right? Disney owns Predator. Disney now is in bed with Aliens. So yeah, I think they could do that. They're obviously tying in Aliens and Predator with the upcoming Badlands.
I don't know
I
don't know if I'm in for that though. I don't know. It's cool. Like the AVP movies are dog shit, but they're still fun to watch. They are. I mean, the comic books are great. The movies aren't so great. The first one, AVP 1, was watchable. AVP 2 sucks. Big balls sucks. But I will say this: I want to keep them separate. I don't really want to tie them in. So I hope
you gotta keep them separated.
Yeah, I don't really want them to tie in, but. If Predator comes down and he's the surprise like Sting WCW villain that comes down from the rafters at the last episode and like he grabs the eggs and takes them to this off-world planet where they were going to hunt, and that's where we lead into Alien 1 after the Predators are killed on this planet, because that's going to be dumb. I could see them doing that. I just don't think that.
I'm going to agree with you. I don't think this show needs Predator. I think you might be right, but I don't think the show needs Predator. I think it's fascinating enough. I like them going deep into my the lore.
I also don't think that they can do it. Well, not that they can't do it, but I don't think they're going to do it because we have the new Predator movie coming out. It would just be too confusing. Because like, all right, so is this like setting up? They would be like, is this like a backstory for the new Predator? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they won't do that.
That's true too. And Martel said, "Want to show some love for my boys tonight."
Hey, thank you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
What are y'all doing in there? Why are y'all staring at the camera while you're peeing?
Hey,
PFP. What are you doing?
Don't watch this with your dick in your hand. It's hard to.
It looks like Mudvayne at their fucking craft table.
It's hard to clap with your dick in your hands, dude. Sean A. Higginbotham, handsome man, not Edward Furlong, but you, says, "Hey boys, let's talk Red Wing stories. You first."
I don't watch hockey.
The hockey team?
I don't watch hockey, dude. I don't even watch that.
Oh, you pervert!
What's he talking about?
Women,
Red Bull,
once a month, then sometimes when they call it getting your, you know what I mean?
The pussy bleed. That's gross.
Why would you say that? Why would you come out with those words?
Sean, get your head out of the gutter. I don't even know why you were bringing that up.
I don't have any. I do. I'm not sharing those. That wasn't on purpose. It was
I never did that. I never did that shit. I never did that.
I didn't do it on purpose. You ever heard somebody say, no, I'm not going to say this, girl. You disgusting butthole. Sean also says, tell me, boys, this can't be worse than the last one. What are the top 5 most obscure need-to-watch films? My wife and I are going through all the offhand slasher flicks, need inspiration. That's a tough one to come off the dome, by the way.
Like something that you know what, I will say this, one of the movies that I don't think that a lot of people talk about, I've seen some people like it's fucking boring, that's why we don't talk about. Well, you can shut your goddamn pie hole. All right. Session 9, I don't think it gets the love that it really deserves. I think Session 9 is actually a really good flick. You got to watch it, right? You got to like really get into what's going on to be, you know, appreciative of the horror tale. But Session 9 is really good. Another like offbeat type of film that I don't think again, maybe in our circles we do get it, like a lot of people talk about it, but Barbarian doesn't necessarily get the love that it deserves, even though I know it's got a cult following and a lot of people love it now, but I feel like it still doesn't really generate the buzz that it deserves. And I know people are like, what about Black Phone? Black Phone, everybody
that's not underrated at all.
It's not. Everybody loved that fucking movie.
Obscure.
So those are the two that off the top of my head that I'm thinking of right now: Barbarian and Session 9. The Changeling. Go and watch The Changeling, dude. I'm telling you, it's so fucking good. George C. Scott is the guy that I couldn't remember who played the Ebenezer Scrooge. George C. Scott also had an amazing, illustrious career before that, but I always knew him as Ebenezer Scrooge when I was a kid. He was the main guy in The Changeling. Which, by the way, George C. Scott would have been an amazing Dr. Loomis if they hadn't got the greatness in Donald Pleasance. But it's a great film. So those are 3 that you can check out: Session 9, The Changeling, and Barbarian.
And these are not, I can't call these top 5 because I really have to sit down and think about it. But I'm going back to some I always recommend. Number 1, I'm going to go in no order whatsoever. Brain Scan is a movie that is a little obscure, fucked up. It ties into video games and shit, but basically this kid, Edward Furlong, will go out and murder people. He thinks he's playing a game, but it turns out to be real. And it's like just a wacky, just really dark and fucked up movie. It's silly, but it's also dark and fucked up. Brain Scan. There's a movie called Malevolence. If you're talking about specifically slashers, super low budget, but my God, does Malevolence have, it feels like a Halloween, like the original Halloween. These bank robbers are running away with their money and they hole up in this house in the middle of nowhere, and a baghead comes out to start killing them. I'm gonna go.
You can't say Terrifier anymore since it's all like everybody talks about it now.
Strangeland, D. Snyder, Strangeland,
really good.
Fucked up. If you haven't seen that, D. Snyder is one of the best horror villains, most underrated horror villains of all time. Mm-hmm. He's obsessed with tattoos and torturing, and it's the dawn of the internet. He's using the internet to get girls to come back so he can do all sorts of nasty stuff to them. That's 3. I'm gonna throw out. I'm gonna zoomy. I'm gonna do the zoomy. You know, I'm gonna throw this out there. People are gonna shit on it. Children of the Corn 2, fucking way underrated, dude. Way up that. Children of the Corn 2 is a fucking fun movie, dude. That is a fun ass movie, and nobody knows it. They should find out.
Well, you know what? We mentioned it earlier tonight. Grave Encounters.
Yeah, that's
really good.
Not
big, like you know how like Zach Bagans gets possessed every 5 seconds and he wants to choke the shit out of his crewmates, and he's like, I feel the rage of the victims of this place, and I want to kill like fucking fake ass bullshit. Well, what Grave Encounters does is parody the fuck out of him, but they wind up facing Grave Encounters because they actually do capture paranormal activity in this old broken down mental asylum. You know what? I didn't expect shit from that film, and when I watched it, I was like, "This." I've watched that movie like several times afterwards. It's really a go-to film. It's a good fucking movie. Grave Encounters 2 actually is not bad either, to be honest.
I don't love Grave Encounters 2, but I do love the first one. We're the best actors in Grave Encounters 2, in case anybody's wondering. And I'll just throw Tourist Trap out there. Speaking of specifically slashers, fucking weird as shit, dude. Just
I'm actually shocked you didn't mention Bone Tomahawk.
Bone Tomahawk's a great one. Yeah, that's good. Slow burn, Western, Kurt Russell.
That's why you need to.
Nasty.
Kurt Russell and a Western. I'm there. Let's check it out.
Nasty. I hope that helps, Sean. Austin says, theory, Galactus is Andre Lenoche at full power. Give me your firstborn child and I'll go away.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Dude, Storm of the Century is one of those movies, or those TV shows, Stephen King based. I remember watching it when it premiered, and I watched every episode as it premiered. It was cool, and then I was like, he's kind of a bitch, though. Like, he needs everyone to be scared of him for him to even have power to do anything. And
which is like the worst horror trope.
Well, there was no real. The intrigue was there. Like, it was really mysterious, and you wanted to know. Every time it premiered, what's going to happen next? You wanted to know, but the payoff was garbage. Like, the end of the movie is like he sees the kid. You know what? I'm not going to spoil it because some of you all might not have seen it, but the end of the movie is complete garbage. I don't know. It didn't pay off at all. It's still fun. Like, for whatever, that feels like a comfort movie to me.
Dude, great atmosphere for sure with the storm coming and whatnot. Sean also says, "Oi, drinks all around. Cheers, Prost, down the hatch. Let's fucking
We're drinking it, dog." Why are you drinking wine, you pussy?
It's wine. You can't talk it. I like it. You gotta switch up the
no. Is it because you thought it was better for your heart?
No, my wife drinks it sometimes, and I thought I would partake. And then but I do drink it slow. I drink wine slow as fuck, dude. I'm a wine bitch. I'm a bitch wine. I'm see what I mean?
Yeah, but it just gets the hangover is terrible.
I poop black afterwards because of all the sulfates.
Well, that just means your insides are dying. That's normal.
No big deal. Sean says, we love Timothy Olyphant. Didn't see him coming, did you? He's so good, dude. He's so good.
Timothy Olyphant is one of those dudes that, like, I don't know why he's not a bigger star than he is. Like, he's got like the look, he's got the mannerisms, he's got the acting chops. And for some reason, that guy's career just didn't take off in the way that it should have taken off. And like, I don't know why. I mean, not to say that he's got like a mediocre career or anything, but Timothy Olyphant, in my opinion, should be like up there with like
A-list.
Ryan Reynolds or like, Tom Cruise or A-lister, A-plus lister. You know what I mean? And for some reason, he's always kind of maintained slightly above middle of the pack. But it's kind of like Ryan Gosling too. Ryan Gosling.
Well, he's A-list though. I mean,
but he takes a lot of indie shit. Like, he doesn't really do a lot of like big over the. Has Ryan Gosling even done a superhero film yet? I don't think he has. I think he has. I don't think so.
There was rumors. I think he was going to play Nova for a while. I want to say, and some other ones.
Well, that doesn't make any sense because Rich Rider, which is the Nova character, is like a kid.
I don't want him to take a superhero movie though. Like, stay away. Like, I think those roles are for.
For me, I think that for sure, stay away from the crashing ship that is Marvel. And I'm sorry, guys. Like, listen, I'm not saying that Marvel can't correct course and do something good.
Hey, the movies have been better lately, though.
Yeah, but Kevin Feige refuses to like fucking admit his mistakes, and he keeps on doubling down on bullshit that he knows is not working for the audience, and that's the problem. Listen, I'm not like. What he did with starting in 2008 with Iron Man and having this entire plan, this entire idea behind with Thanos being the ultimate bad guy and building toward it, the Infinity Stones, all of that shit, fucking mastermind shit, dude. Great stuff. But you know what? That's done now, and no one even remembers or knows what the fuck Phase 3 and 4 was. You started off with the what was it, the Eternals, and nobody was like. I just watched a video a couple of days ago talking about this, and they were like, the problem is there is no center to what's going on with the new phases. Like it feels it's so discombobulated. You don't know what the fuck is going on, and then at the last minute, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have Fantastic Four and Galactus, and Doctor Doom is gonna be the main villain." After nothing worked. Yeah. I feel like what you should have done, and this is exactly what Mike and I think we brought this up, when they got the rights from 20th Century Fox to X-Men and Fantastic Four, the first fucking thing they should have done is try to figure out a way to bring the X-Men into the universe and start centering around Fantastic Four and X-Men.
And also, you know what they're going to do, by the way? This is dog shit. He's announced, it's going to be teen-centric. The X-Men are going to be fucking teenagers.
There you go. That's how you fucking tank the fucking thing again. They already tried that with First Class, and I liked First Class, but that shit has gone, and it had its time, and it's
First Class shouldn't have worked, and it did.
But it did. Well, that's also because Michael Fassbender and what's his name that played Professor X were such phenomenal actors.
James McAvoy,
McAvoy, yeah. But you're not going to have that again. But listen. Dude, it's very fucking simple. Take the animated series X-Men and make that a fucking live action. Put the fucking theme song in that bitch and let's go. We don't need the backstory. We don't need the backstory.
I read the other day, Bo Deschamps or whatever his name is, the guy who wrote X-Men 97, fucking amazing, by the way. Fucking amazing. It's Jim Lee, the old school animated X-Men. And the story is so serious and it's so deep and it's so great and it's awesome. He put out a tweet the other day and was like, part of the reason I got fired was I had a call after the show came out, and he was like, "How is it being received at Marvel?" And he was like, there was a long pause on the phone call, and they were like, "We just think it would be better if basically they were like, Kevin Feige doesn't like that you're taking attention basically away from it, like not giving and that's what he said. This is hearsay, but man, the grapes of wrath are taking control of my liver. But he said, but he did say, he was like, Kevin Feige wanted nothing to do with the show. He was like, our premiere, they were too good to go to it. They never supported or whatever. And he hates, apparently Kevin Feige, because he didn't have anything to do with X-Men 97, hates it. And that's why, again, maybe he's pushing against it, doing the teenage thing instead of doing what they did with the amazing X-Men.
Dude, you're a 50-year-old fucking plus man. You don't get that shit. Like, you don't get the Gen Xers, or not Gen Xers, but Gen Zers. Like, stop trying to do that. Like, listen, just
make corporate man.
Well, he's an idiot is what he is. Like, you know what he is? He's an egocentric fucking asshole that had a great success with phase 1 and 2 with Marvel. And that was, and again, I give you your props, dude. I give you your flowers. Like, with that, you did an amazing job. The whole storyline, all that 20 fucking years of building that toward Thanos. But it's time to realize, hey man, you're kind of out of it. Phase 3 and 4, nobody gives a fuck. You don't need to know about the Marvels, the Eternals, Shang-Chi, all that shit. Those are forgettable fucking characters that nobody even talks about anymore because they didn't matter. Yeah, you have Ant-Man and the Quantumania. Your whole thing was basing it around King the Conqueror, which you had all that problem legally with that dude that played the guy. But even then, nobody was really interested. I think, dude, it was such a layup. It was such an easy fucking thing, right? It's like having LeBron James on your fucking goddamn team.
You can't give him too much credit when those stories... And the beauty of those stories was already made by Stan Lee and company.
You had X-Men and you had Fantastic Four in the fucking waiting room. You got the rights to them. You could have brought them into the universe and immediately started building the stories off of them. But instead, you're like, nah, I'm going to do my own thing and show everybody, I could still do this. And you didn't do it. I don't know.
Two analogies I want to make here. One, it's like in football. Sometimes, even if you have a great coach who won a Super Bowl, you need a new voice in the locker room. All right. He did one thing, but he's stuck on it now. It's time to get somebody else in there other than Kevin Feige. The other analogy that I want to make is that I forgot the second one.
It's fine. Yeah, and I know that there's Marvel fanboys and fangirls, and they'll think, "Oh, you guys fucking just hate. You're Zack Snyder fanboys, so you'll hate." That's not true at all. I like Marvel movies. I did. I think the original Infinity Gauntlet run that they did leading up to Endgame was amazing. Such great storytelling, awesome characters, everything about that, the stories, everything. I want them to succeed. I don't want them to fail and flounder, because if they fail and flounder, then that really that's gonna create bad blood for all the other potential comic book movies that could happen, right? I don't want that to happen. But I'm just saying Kevin Feige is not the end all be all God that he thinks he is. It's just, people give shit to James.
We're not just a Halloween channel. If we were, we would have died out about 5 years ago. Appreciate it.
Well, I mean, I could talk about Blade. That's got Halloweeny shit. What about Blade? We can talk about Blade. What about that fucking movie, dude? That movie is in like Deathspin.
That's like fucking up pizza, dude. How do you fuck up pizza?
The guy was ready to go. Like the new guy that was going to replace Wesley Snipes. I don't even
pizza.
He's there, and he's like, well, yeah, they keep on having writer's block, and they want to go this direction. It's weird. You can't tell a very simple story about a vampire slayer that hunts vampires, and that's badass.
Yeah,
weird.
No, it's got to be about a mother. It's got to be about a mom because it's got to have a woman. I love women.
I have to go pee. I have to go sit down and pee. I'll be back.
Jay's sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Oh, that next super chat's for Jay, so I gotta let him answer that. Rob Barker said, I think A Nightmare on Elm Street might benefit the most as a show, excluding Freddy's Nightmares. And you really, like, whenever people bring up, hey, what about the Friday the 13th series or the Freddy's Nightmares? Dude, doesn't count. TV was not respected then. They just gave him like $12, a used condom and an old copy of Sports Illustrated. We're like, make it. These days, they put money in shit. You saw Alien Earth, right? What we've been talking about, how much money is behind that. So I do think that could work. I always lean theatrical, like, give me a movie over anything else. However, damn, if I'm not excited about 10 episodes of Halloween, Crystal Lake, fucking whatever, that's going to be really fun to dig into. As long as if it's going to go to the TV, it has to be the utmost quality. It has to have the most money behind it. It has to be on a great fucking network. I'm not even sure Hulu and FX is big enough for Halloween or Nightmare. It has to be HBO, in my opinion. Netflix, maybe. But Freddy's lore is so rich, so much wiggle room for characterization, subplots, and a history to build on. I do think it could work as a TV show. I just think that you got to have people who put in the absolute utmost, spend no expense, resources to make that work. If you did, it could work. I agree. Yes, Jim, penis. Sinrod says, RIP Hulu, you weren't the best, but you were good. But Disney had to take you from us. Never giving Disney my money, trash company. Sinroth, I love you, dude. But I got to tell you, if you've been watching Hulu, you've already been giving Disney your money. They've been in bed for a while now. Predator, Alien. Disney owns a lot of dark property because they are the dark overlords who buy up shit. So
they're Thanos of the galaxy. They own everything, dude.
Trust me, dude. If you bought a fucking falafel today at a corner on Main Street, you gave Disney money. They own every fucking thing.
Disney's
can't escape it.
Disney's that fat detective in Batman Begins. Like, your kid don't like falafel as he reaches into your like. That's who Disney is essentially. But yeah, I agree. Here's the thing, though. At the end of the day, I think there's too many streaming fucking services. I'm done with them all.
Drink.
Okay, I'm done with them all. I really wish that there was because at first when you got oh my god, I remember when Netflix came along, and I'm like, that's a great deal, man. Netflix, it's digital. You get all these films that are available for you to stream instantly. That was awesome. And then HBO Max came along, then Paramount Plus, and then there was Discovery Plus. Now there's fucking Stars. It's like, it's too much. By the time you have a subscription to all these like streaming services, you're like, shit, man, I'm paying like $300 a fucking month or some bullshit. So yeah, it's gotten ridiculous with all the streaming services. And you know what's crazy though is like, if they're not careful, they could bottom out the streaming services, and then they could wind up in the same situation that the brick and mortar blockbusters and Hollywood Video. There's too much shit and people are tired of it. And I mean, I don't know. I really wish there was a resurgence and like Blockbuster comes back. They're like, you know what? We've been waiting patiently and now it's time to launch. I do at this point. I swear to Christ, dude, there's so many streaming services at this point. If a brick and mortar video rental service or video store popped back up again and it was like, I'd be like, I'll just go do that. I'll fucking get a membership card and go do that.
It's kind of like what we said about Halloween Express when we did that live stream going through their shit. Like, yes, it is. They're dog shit quality, all the shit that they sell, and priced at an it's like Temu had a live store, like fucking priced, but bad prices. Temu at least has good prices for their dog shit merchandise. Yeah. But like, I'm still glad that Halloween Express exists because it's fun to see a bank get taken over and to go in there and look at shit. So I don't want them to go away, even though it's absolute dog shit quality for the price. But it's nostalgia, you know. Eventually, someone will come up with a better model, and we won't have that anymore, and we'll miss it.
Yeah. And by the way, Action was probably just joking, but I will say the reason why, I mean, this isn't like horror centric as far as like the topics tonight, is we really didn't have a topic. The whole thing is just, it's a very brief stream that we're doing because we're only covering the Alien episode.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a normal like stream that we'd planned out where it's like we go through all the horror movie news.
Yeah, we spend 20 minutes sometimes talking about that one time that Jay came in that girl's eye on accident. So, like, you know, you really can't put us in a box.
No, it was an accident, by the way.
Don't put baby in a box.
I'm not gonna like get into the whole details, but it was an accident. Totally. I never had a girl tell me to pull out before and then hold it. I didn't know what to do with it. Like,
yeah. Dude, would you rather us sit around? And I know actually I was joking, but like,
I know.
Like, would you rather us sit around like having the 77,000th conversation on Halloween 3? Like, you know, there's some channels.
Yeah, dude, there would be. Like, hey, that's easy layup, buddy, for a lot, because it's like, yeah, it's like talk about fucking Michael Myers again and again and again and again and again.
There's a fucking dude. They fucking spoiled Scream 7 today on the internet. I shouldn't even said that because now people are gonna go look it up. There's a fucking Twitter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look it up. I don't care.
If you believe it, spoiled the fuck out of Scream 7. If it's true, it's probably not. Most things aren't. But it's like, guys, like I know you need content. Like I know, like this is the only thing you cover. But like, have some goddamn ideas in your brain where you don't have to go out and fucking ruin the goddamn movie for everybody.
Well, did they mean to spoil it, or was it one of those accidents?
Yes, they fucking did.
Yeah.
It was so obvious and open, and it's probably not true, so I can't get that upset about it. But anyways, this one was for you, sir.
What'd you say?
Sean asked Jay, Fallout Season 2. What you feeling? Hard? Did you watch the trailer today?
No, I didn't see the trailer, but I'm always hard for the Fallout series. I love Fallout Season 1. I think they did a great job. I love the guy that plays the ghoul. I can't Goggins, Walton Goggins. I think that's his name. He's awesome. Love that dude. I think he's perfect for that role. And yeah, I haven't seen the trailer, but I was all about the Season 1, so I'm happy about Season 2. Yeah, dude. I'm loving that shit.
I am such a fucking. I used to not be a Walton Goggins guy, dude, and then I watched him in Vice Principals.
Now, dude, I'll tell you what.
Shit, Walton Goggins guy.
Walton Goggins. For the first time, I remember like actually being like that guy's fucking pretty awesome, dude. Was Hateful Eight. Just that small role. I mean, it wasn't a small role, you know, but it was like a significant role.
PJ just had a fucking milkshake delivered to us.
Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Get that diabetes on 4 wheels and bring it to you.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah for you. Cheers.
But Walton Goggins is awesome, dude. I love that guy. I think he's great.
No, he's so good. And by the way, I didn't see the trailer. I didn't watch Season 1 of Fallout. I didn't play the game. However,
I love the games.
I do feel like I need to go back and watch it. But I did see in Fallout Season 2, they are going to go back and tell the story of Walton Goggins' character, because they show Walton Goggins with no makeup on as himself.
Yeah, so
they're telling that guy's.
So you don't know shit about the lore of Fallout at all, do you?
Or women's vaginas.
I know I can,
but I still try.
I can see the crustacean of sperm on your lips from a man. It's not a woman, but
I know my way around.
Yeah, that's for sure. I will say no. It's a simple idea. It's a nuclear war happened between the like Russia, China, America. We kind of got stuck in the 50s type of lifestyle, very much like Fantastic Four.
So next week.
Yeah, but it all like came to a boiling point when resources became scarce and everyone started fighting over the oil and whatever, and nuclear fallout happened, and now what's left from the rubble is survivors that have come up, and there's warlords, there's like factions, like Brotherhood.
Sounds like the story of your ex-wife's vagina, if we're being honest.
Well, that would just be called a sewer hole. And or like the garbage juice at the bottom of a dumpster. You pick.
We are the resistance.
Pick your treat. But yeah, it's a great storyline, and I think doing it in TV format is great. I think that you could have done a movie series with it, but the only way that would work would do like a Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings style story of Fallout to make it work. But yeah, dude, and also, like, you ever heard that, like, war never changes? You ever heard that? That's like one of the famous lines from the Fallout games. It's Ron Perlman. that does that. But anyway, yeah, I think the TV format's great. But yeah, I'm excited for season 2.
I'm excited to suck you.
Mm-hmm.
Eric the Hess says, "Hi guys, hey buddy, Loomis though, fuck you, buddy.
Why don't you go jack off on Lauren Nevada's pictures some more, you goddamn pervert, you goddamn sycophant bitch."
I love Eric. Jay Tinsel says, "Oh God." Just when you thought it couldn't get any more depraved and perverted around here, Jay Tinsel pops up and he says, I don't know what it says, but I'm just preparing myself. It doesn't matter how hot my stepmom is.
Cruel Intentions 3.
She chugs chocolate milk, invading the fridge, and hoping she drinks more, and explodes on my chest, rotting my lips, watching 11:14. I sent it to Jay, and he refuses to watch.
You did not send that to me. What are you talking? Oh, you
he opened it in an unboxing in the Patreon stream.
I forgot it at Mike's. You know what, dude? For you, you goddamn.
I took a blacklight to that thing. You can see it from space.
You are a degenerate, JT. But I'll tell you know what I'll do. I'll do it for you. I will watch that shit on a commentary on Patreon.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it, but you do it. Michael Parton,
I'll do it.
The new Lego Batman game looks so dope. I missed playing the Lego games. The last ones I played was Lego DC Supervillains and Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. I used to play those with MJ when she was little. We used to play the fuck out of those Lego. They were fun.
I remember playing Lego Star Wars when it came out the first time. Yeah, it was extremely homosexual.
Who the fuck said that?
There was a lot of homoerotica shit going on when I played it. I'm like, I don't know. Do I like guys' butts? I don't know. Or I like playing the Legos. But it was a cool game.
Yeah, they're fun. Like that when you kill stuff, they break into little Lego bots. Jay Tinsel says It Follows is better than Weapons, but 11:14 is better than both. It Follows.
Dude, you know what? I'll tell you what, man. JT, I will say this. It's like, dude, this dude is like has cheerleaded more for this movie than that male cheerleader for Minnesota Vikings. And he doesn't give a shit who knows about him shaking his pom-poms on the middle of the field. I gotta watch this movie, dude. Like, it's gotta be like up there in like the stratosphere of best films of all time. I have to watch it.
I look forward to your review of it. I really do. I look forward to it.
I'm not going to do a review. I'm just going to do a commentary. I'm going in. I don't know anything about it. I'll fucking watch it. I'll put it on Patreon on a commentary. And so what's it, like $5 to join to watch that? Or
yeah, 3 or 5. Yeah, for the commentary.
There's
over 100 of them on there. He was little sluts.
Yeah, so I'll do that, and I will do that for you, JT. I think you're a Patreon.
Thanks, Action. I cut it myself. You can tell.
Yeah. It looks like you discovered electricity.
Where were we? Where are we? Michael says Corey wasn't Donnie in TMNT 2 because of arrest. What do you do?
I didn't know that.
What did Feldman do?
Dude, I don't want to do it again, but I'm just going to say, should we do another deep dive part 2 of Corey Feldman's saga in the Patreon stream?
Yeah, I'm down for that. We got a lot going on the page
because we have a lot.
I don't know if I have enough time.
No, we can dedicate like 10 minutes to look at Corey Feldman's arrest record around that time and see if that's what like actually prevented him from being in TMNT 2.
Police released details in Corey Feldman traffic stop. This is just 2017.
Oh, dude, he's got so many of those. Like, no, we got to go back to the 90s.
They stopped an RV for speeding on Highway 425 in Mangham. Officer Waters made contact. His license was suspended. He was transported to the police department. It's just a license suspension.
I didn't know I needed a license to drive the roadways of America. Is this not the land of the free, you son of a bitches? Wolfpack asshole.
It's the Wolfpack. He was charged with speeding, driving under suspension, and possession of marijuana. Yeah, no big deal.
It's not even my marijuana. It's my angels. My angels are smoking it, and I'm just like trying to hold it for them because I'm a good fucking dude.
How am I supposed to keep these bitches on their leash?
I will say, dude,
bro.
The ones that are like ultimate coverage of Corey Feldman, that's where I get a lot of my info from, is Jim and them. And they were talking. Apparently, he has had a Twitter fit. It just content after fucking bits of content for Howard Stern getting canceled, and it's just
is he mad?
Yeah, no, he's happy. He's shitting all over Howard Stern because he said, "Yeah, my career got fucked because Howard Stern put me on his show and made fun of me." And I was like, "You agreed to go on Howard Stern and perform your 'What Up with the Youth', 'What Up with the Youth' though song." and that he claimed that Michael Jackson heard "What Up with the Youth" and told him it was going to be a #1 hit. That's what he said. And then he said, then he goes on Howard Stern show, and Howard Stern does Howard Stern, and I had him perform it live. And he's like, yeah, because of him, he derailed my whole career. Like, no, dude, that song's dog shit. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. It wasn't because Howard Stern put you on his radio show, and I'm not even a Howard Stern fan.
When did Corey Feldman? When did Howard Stern get fired?
Just like last week, or like it had to be last week when they canceled his contract.
He must have taken it. I don't see his Twitter. I don't see anything on his Twitter about it.
I think he was replying under the Howard Stern. I don't know where they were. Like, I don't want to like go to like the Jim and Dim podcast and pull up their shit where they're finding this. But he had multiple fucking responses to people, and people were dog shitting on him. And the thing about him, he will respond to people that are dog shitting on him. So he's already feeding trolls, and it's funny as fuck to watch him crash out. It's funny as fuck. He's like, hello, echo, 1, 2, 3, echo. Dude, it's so fucking funny, dude.
Okay. Just read this tweet and Corey for me, please. Hang on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So Corey Feldman posted this August 17th. What a hell of a dude. Look at that rock star. He says, I hate beating a dead Howard. Horse. No, beating a dead horse. Anyways, here's yet another news story about that tweet last week about #RIP Dana Plato's horrible treatment the last time she did that show. And this writer got it right on the shit. But I can't say shit on Twitter.
Look at that face,
dude. You know, I know people come around and they'll be like, "Well,
always
why are you picking him? Dude, come on, guys! Like, he's the most egocentric, self-absorbed fucking asshole I've ever seen in my life, and it's not even because he's trying to do his music career. That's cool. That's awesome, man. Go live your life. Do what you got to do. It's because he treats people around him like shit. He treats fans around him like shit. Like,
and his drummer.
Well, dude, and he's done some shady shit. Like, don't act like he's not. Yeah, dude, he's done a lot of shady shit. Like, people will be like, hey, can you talk about the movies that I loved you in? He's like, I did so much more than that, you piece of shit. Don't you know about my McDonald's commercials that I did when I was 6 years old? I'm sorry I didn't bring that up, Corey. He's like, yeah, you should be sorry because you're standing in front of goddamn God right now.
Jim and John says, Mike, hop on Zins. Look at this picture. He's like, I'm having a great time.
By the way, Jimmy John, you look like you're getting ready to fall off the banister of that deck that you're on. Like, you look like you're smoking that weed so high you're getting ready to fall off on the other side.
He's got that face of your friend when you're wasted at like the club and you're like, dude, I gotta go home. He's like, not yet, bro. Hop on Zins. It's a game changer. Throw away the USB port. All up, by the way. Yeah, I've never been a dipper or dodger or diver. I can't. I used to go fish with my friends in middle school or in high school, and we would try to dip, and it made me throw up because I couldn't get it out of my mouth.
Well, fuck you, Jimmy John. Like, I guess I'll just keep smoking the shit and die. Like, you saved my.
I guess that was more obvious about my.
I do my shit all the time. You have been hitting that shit harder. Maybe wine makes you hit it harder.
I guess possible.
But dude, I'll just go back to regular smokes, cigarettes. I mean, based on the studies that recently has been done by Marlboro, they suck.
Oh, if Marlboro did the studies, you can't believe that.
No, I know. I just saw like there was a report. They're like, a research came out and said that vaping is just as bad, if not worse. If you smoke a whole vape, then it. And
fuck
I'm like,
you, Philip Morris.
Who did the fuck? Yeah, it was Philip Morris that did the goddamn study.
Naturally, of course. I'm kind of interested in Zins. I might give that a shot, though. I really might. Papa had us this dipper. Oh, this is Stir of Echoes, the therapist. Deeper and deeper.
By the way, you guys, I want to put this out here in the universe and the situations. Mike and I only play around and just commentate on Corey Feldman. I really don't give a fuck about what Corey Feldman does or anything like that, but it is funny, his meltdowns and shit. And if you guys want to know what we're talking about specifically, go to Patreon and join and see the fucking videos that we pulled up on how he acted. Dude, it's insane. Like, he literally bitched a girl, like probably only one of his purest, truest fans at his show, because he's like, don't touch it. And then he like, stop the show. Stop it. Wow.
Dude, it
was so embarrassing, dude. It's so cringy.
he wants to be Justin Bieber so bad. Michael says Marvel needs a clean slate like DC with new actors. Like
they do, but they won't do it. They won't do
the
it.
thing is that the quality's been good, dude. Fucking what's the movie? I didn't even want to see it.
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts was so good.
I thought it was great.
Fantastic Four was good.
I thought it was good too.
Like,
well, you know what it is. They can't chug along on this new season of characters that they keep introducing that no one gives a fuck about, and that's the problem. No one's like Fantastic Four. I feel like that's a cursed property for some reason. It just can't work. It should have been a banger. It should have been an all-time hit, but they waited too fucking long to introduce it because instead they wanted to focus on shit like the Eternals and Shang-Chi and all the other fucking things, and Suri or whatever her fucking name is taking over as Black Panther. Nobody gave a shit. They don't want to see that stuff. And now they've kind of backed themselves into a corner because they're in the end game for real. And they have to rely on bringing in their old school, slam dunkers, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans. They're tapping the old school cast of X-Men to come in and save their ass.
Yeah.
But you're right. You know what they need? 100%. I agree with you. Marvel needs a clean slate. And I think that's, I heard a suggestion, and I don't really agree with it because they're not going to do that. Someone was like, well, you know what? Maybe Marvel should just take like 10 years off and stop making movies from, the superhero thing. Take 10 years. I don't think they're going to do that. That'd be dumb, right? I don't want to see that either. But like, at some point, you got just give people what they want, dude. Like, make a Blade fucking movie,
right?
Nobody.
That was a fucking misstep.
Who's that?
Wow.
Yeah,
they did get high in their own supply, dude. And lost in the swamp very, very, very much.
Yeah, because they kept on churning out bullshit. And they're like, no, people won't care. They'll just swallow down our fucking cum and they'll like it. And you're like, no, dude. At some point, they're like, God damn, you got to lay off that diet because this cum tastes like shit.
One of the only things I learned in school was that America was like fucking kicking ass. America was fucking war equal fucking badass. And then we got too high on our own supply. And then we had the Great Depression. And I feel like that's what's happened with Marvel. They're like, we'll put out whatever diddly squat piss, super goddamn political bullshit we want, and people will eat it up because we're Disney. We'll tell them what they want, and now they're eating crow for it.
By the way, I watched a recent interview with John. It wasn't recent. It was like a year ago, but I hadn't seen it. John Bernthal on his podcast interviewed the guy that did Suicide Squad, the first one. I can't remember his name. David Ayers.
Thank you.
Yeah, David Ayers. And really interesting stuff. David Ayers, what he was saying about Suicide Squad and how Hollywood works, I was like, I believe him, yo. I 100%. Do. Because he came out and he said basically to John Bernthal, he's like, listen, I don't go to the parties. I don't do the after shit. I don't like mingle with the money. I don't do that kind of stuff. And he's like, they created a narrative after Suicide Squad and they blame me for it, but they butchered everything I was. And he goes, I gave away. He goes, I was like, all right, I'm not going to do the director's cut. They talked me into not doing it. And that movie, he's like that. Cause I think John Bernthal was like, what is one movie that you like that haunts you to this day? And he was like, it's Suicide Squad. Because he's like, they didn't let me. He's like, I came off like I remember what David Ayers did before Suicide Squad, but he's like, I was a hot ticket. I could have done anything, and they were all like,
Training Day, man. I mean,
it was no, it was something.
He did
it was
some dog shit too, but he did End of Times
But there was a movie that came out before Suicide Squad where he was the toast of the town, and they were like, oh yeah, let that guy cook, like let that guy do whatever he wants to do, and he's like, so I did this movie, and there was so much corporate fucking bullshit going on, and they had to create a narrative and put blame on somebody, and they fucked me, and then he even, dude, I didn't know that. He's like, I wrote Fast and the Fucking Furious. He's like, it was originally set in New York with all Italians, like that was the whole movie. It was supposed to be a lot more of a serious, grounded movie. And then he's like, they took that shit. He goes, because I think Bernthal was like, he's like, do you get anything from that? He's like, I don't own any of that. I got nothing to show for it, even though I wrote the fucking thing. I got nothing to show for it.
Dude, Ayers is weird because like he can write great movies, right? Obviously, End of Watch is fucking great. Training Day is fucking great. But I will say about him, his Suicide Squad movie, though, I do want to see it, and I do believe that they wrecked it. I don't think it would have been a good movie anyway.
Here's the thing.
He's too like, dude, he tries to get too much in the sauce. Like it's kind of like Rob Zombie. The dialogue is always just way too much. And it was his decision to make Joker damage tattoo and like,
that was dumb.
Beef. That was on him.
Well, again, but here's the thing. I think Jared Leto, despite being a fucking nutball that lives in the Arizona desert all the time and he doesn't really know what's going on in the world, is a good actor. I do think he's a good actor. And I think that we saw that with Snyder, right? And what he did in that short moment in the Zack Snyder Justice League cut, what he could be. Yeah. If you just give him proper direction. And I think David Ayer probably had an idea to go with Jared Leto in a way that the studio didn't like. I mean, even Leto was like shocked with all the scenes they cut from the movie. And he's like, oh, there was a totally different fucking movie I was doing. Yeah. And then they cut all the. I personally would never have included the Joker in the Suicide Squad at all. I feel like that was a distraction and that hurt the movie. But I do feel that David Ayer got, I think the movie sucked and he got caught holding the bag because the studio had to blame somebody. But I think it wasn't always, I don't think it was his fault. I think studio interference fucking cucked that movie and made it terrible.
I think the movie was going to suck no matter what, but I think that they should have just let him put out his fucking movie. Because at least if it sucks, it's his fucking movie. Well, I think they made changes for the worst, pretending they were Guardians of the Galaxy, and that just made it worse.
And by the way, I'm sorry that we're circling back to superhero movies, but I mean, it just David Ayer has done like so many other movies other than superhero movies. I feel like David Ayer is capable of doing a great superhero film. Just like I feel like Joel Schumacher could have done an awesome fucking Batman movie if he had been allowed to do that and not had studio cucking him every year. Like, we got to sell toys. And that's what happened with Batman and Robin. DC, I think that Warner Brothers is the worst culprit of doing this, even worse than Marvel, because Warner Brothers will literally just slap their dick around in your face and say, make the change. I got to have McDonald's toys. And you're like, all right.
They want to be fucking Marvel so bad that they can't fucking handle themselves.
But anyway, the interview was really eye-opening because I didn't even know he wrote Fast and the Furious.
I didn't know that either.
And he was like, he goes, it was in New York. It was all Italians. He goes, I remember going to various places and they were telling me about, the fuel injection stuff. I was like, I got to put that in the movie. And he said, and then the studio came in and they pretty much said, get the fuck out of here. They took his shit. And he's like, I got nothing to show for it. I got nothing with that franchise. And that's one of the biggest franchises in movie history.
Yeah. I think he's definitely been fucked by the system. There's no doubt about that. Ray Guy says, are you excited for the movie? Good boy.
I don't think I know what that is.
Dude, it's fucking crazy. It's a horror movie through the eyes of a dog. There's a dog in a house.
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
It looks haunted.
Was there a teaser for it like months ago?
The trailer just came out yesterday, and it's going to be a low budget. It's a super low budget and super like scaled down. But yeah, you literally just follow this dog around, and the dog experiences the horror.
That sounds awesome. That actually sounds cool.
Dude, there's one scene where the dog like yelps and it makes you fucking mad.
Yeah, see, like, I can't. There's like animal like shit, like abuse or like hurt.
I don't think so. But the dog was scared and it made me mad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To see that.
That actually sounds like a really cool premise, because you ever like think to yourself when like something tragic or like something horrific happens and there was animals around, you're like, what if you could talk to those fucking animals, dude? Like they seen some shit. They seen some wild shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but in reality, they'd just be like, roast beef.
I literally am talking like I smoked like 3 joints, but I've just drank.
I just want some fucking roast beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's been crazy around here. So we got the cat, right?
Mm-hmm.
We installed a baby gate so the cat can have its own area of the house because we have a fucking pit bull. And
why'd you get a cat?
We had an outdoor cat that would come in MJ's room at night and sleep with her, and it was her. We tried to make it a house cat. It just didn't want no part of it.
Yeah.
So it wanted to be
outside. That pussy's crazy.
But we went on vacation and it was lost. We tried to find it, and everything's gone. So we got our new cat, and it's a house cat, and it was a rescue. But like, we really have to like get the dogs used to it because they're both fucking crazy assholes. So we installed a baby gate, gave her side of the cat. Anyways, we're trying to get her used to the dogs and let her out a little bit last night. The dogs are being assholes. Katie picks it up and tries to put it back, and it has its own little cat door on the baby gate that we can close. And the dogs both came out at the same time, and the cat latched onto Katie's arms and bit the fuck out of her 3 times. Super deep, dude. real deep.
Yeah, she got to get that shit checked. Yeah,
she has to, she has to go get a tetanus shot tomorrow, and she has to get on antibiotics and shit like that. The cat, it's just a fucked up. So we're figuring it out. But yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Dude, if a cat bit me, that pussy's dead. I don't like, dude, I know that people love cats and like they're kind of cool. I think cats
I'm not a cat guy.
Cats are assholes, dude. I never got people that are obsessed with cats. I just don't. You know what I mean? Like they don't give a fuck about you really at all. Like you just put down their shitter and their fucking food and they're good. They don't need to give you no lovin's. They don't need to give you any attention. They're like, hey, do what I want you to do, human. And then afterward, I might grace you with my attention. I'm like, no, fuck you, dude. I'll take a dog any day of the week.
And dude, the cat's cool as fuck. Like we got all the toys and the scratches and all this shit like that for it to do. It's cool. It's cool as fuck cat. But it's the thing with the dogs is just a problem right now. We're trying to figure it out.
Dude, if cats were a little bit smarter, they would try to kill humans like 100%. Like they would play with you and then fucking.
I hate it when you pet them and they're like, I like that. I'm gonna fucking bite you now. I'm like, I can't trust you, dude. I can't trust you. That hasn't happened with this cat yet.
I had one cat that I actually liked, and its name was Boots. I didn't name it, but it was Boots, and it was more of a dog, dude. The way that it acted, it was an outside cat, and then every morning you'd let it out, and it would just roam around the yard or whatever, and it would do its own thing, and it would come back to the door at night, and it would like paw to get in, and then it would like follow you around like a fucking dog, dude. It would like, and I'd be like, come here, Boots. And it'd be like, jump up and like be in my lap. It would literally respond like a dog. And I was like, that's a cool cat. But most cats, they hide in the shadows. They're plotting on you. You don't know who they're talking to.
I like that. That seems like this cat loves affection and whatever, and it'll like hang out with you. Like whenever I go into that side of the house, it's always like, come on. So by the way, the name of the cat, it's funny as fuck because we got it home. And it started laying on Ellie's feet and like rubbing around her. And Ellie goes, we're trying to figure out what to name it right at this moment. And Ellie goes, she likes feet. And then we were like, Quentin. The name of the cat's Quentin because it loves feet.
Oh, Tarantino, yeah.
That like perverted fucking cat. Cinder Ross says, you guys remember McDonald's hot dogs in the 2000s? No, I never had a McDonald's. I would never, ever eat a fucking McDonald's hot dog.
I kind of remember, maybe kind of. You know what I remember Whopperitos from Burger King. They were good, dude. They were pretty damn good. I remember that, and you know what? Weirdly, that popped in my head the other day. I'm like, I remember getting that, or like I was a kid too, and I don't remember like it was ordered for me, but I remember someone in my family ordered it. Was McDonald's spaghetti, which sounds fucking gross.
I remember that too. I think
it's so fucking gross. The idea that you go to McDonald's and get spaghetti—that's so goddamn nasty.
The best thing they ever did do was the shakers. The salad shakers.
Yeah, those are great. Yeah.
That was, I don't know why because they don't want you to be healthy. That's the thing. McDonald's is not.
But you know what? McDonald's had a game. They had a really good idea. Mighty Wings.
Yeah. If they could pull it off. They never did though. Yeah. I would try that though. Wild Willie says, Mike, if or when are you doing the Patreon fantasy draft? So I got to figure it out, dude. We've got the Patreon fantasy football league is so big. There's 4 different leagues now. And I feel so bad because like last year the winners won. I don't know what to do for them. Like there's got to be some stakes. So I'm in the lab at night, naked, touching myself.
Yeah, dude.
Rubbing myself.
Make sure you film that shit.
Trying to figure it out. I'm gonna make this year's Patreon fantasy football league the fucking best fantasy, and I gotta figure it out. It's coming. I think the draft's gonna be a little closer to the start of the year, maybe like a week or 2 before, because I gotta think of something cool. To make it like worth everyone's time. Rob Barker says definitely more Alien content coming soon. Production for the Romulus sequel starts in October. Fucking pumped about that.
Damn, dude.
I'm wondering if Alien Earth and the Romulus sequel will play off each other. I doubt it. I really doubt it. But
because Romulus is way into the future after Alien Earth, like because again, Alien Earth is like 2 years before Alien. So I really don't know how much they're going to play off of each other. But it's good. I just love that Alien is getting this much love. I wonder if Ridley Scott's behind this program. If he's like, it's all right.
He seems to not really give a fuck what they do at this
point. He's hard to please. Like he's one of those dudes. Yeah. Like, yeah, I just was like, you ever wonder if Ridley Scott was pissed? And I swear to God, it has to be like this kind of like, yeah, but that's my shit. When he was like, I made Alien, I thought it was great. People loved it. But that was it. And then they're like, yeah, well, we don't agree with you. Here's James Cameron making Aliens with Bill Paxton and the Space Marines. Do you ever think that he gets like a salty pussy like a man pussy, and he's like, yeah, well, James Cameron was a truck driver. What does he know? And then that's why he went back and he did Prometheus. But the thing about Ridley Scott is I don't understand why Ridley Scott was one of those dudes that was like, Prometheus isn't an alien movie. He said that forever, and then finally he was like, yeah, it is. You know what I mean? Like he was ashamed to admit that it was an alien tie-in.
He does so much. Like
he's like Scorsese in that he's always making movies. Where Scorsese will take 5 years to come out with a movie, Ridley Scott will put out like 3 movies every fucking 2 years.
But
so I think he's just
Ridley. You should have hung it up with Gladiator. Gladiator 2 sucked dick. It was terrible.
I didn't hate it.
I hate that fucking movie.
I got a pee-pee though. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, I guess it's just us now, and I can't get Robin Barker off of the screen. No, I could. I have to go through here though. Give me a second, dude. Calm down. Right there. Boom. Now we'll go to Eric. Eric says, I've watched Superman 5 times since its digital release. You paid that much? Come at me, bros. Love you guys and all the Wham Fam. Appreciate you, Eric. Yeah, dude, I would love to watch the fucking movie again, but I'm not paying $30. Like, it's like $22 something on Amazon to rent it, and it's like $30 to buy it. I'll wait till it's completely out of the movie theater, and then I'll fucking buy it. But I'm not gonna pay. I don't have I don't even think it's available on HBO Max yet. But I do want to go back and watch it. I had it in my mind. I was like, what would be cool is if Mike and I did a commentary on it, because we didn't watch it together. But I will watch it again. And I'm assuming you're talking about Superman 5 times. You're talking about the newest one, not Superman 5. But anyway, we have the Immortal says, just let James Gunn run Marvel Studios and make a Marvel versus DC movie. Oh, dude, that would be dope. And just go nuts. Just a one-off will make bank. By the way, best channel on YouTube. Appreciate you, man. Really love you. Yeah, dude. I remember as a kid reading the Marvel versus DC comic book that came out in the 90s, and I thought it was fucking awesome. And then it gave birth to the Amalgam universe, where they combined all the heroes, like Wolverine and Batman was combined, and they became Dark Claw. And then Superman and Captain America were combined, and they became Super Soldier or something like that. Yeah, dude, that'd be cool. But Mortal's got a great idea. Let James Gunn run Marvel Studios and make Marvel versus DC just a one-off and just go fucking crazy with it. Because
I would love that, except for I hate James Gunn's cinematography and the guy.
Well, even if he was just running, if he was just running it though, like if he was storyboarding it and not necessarily directing it, that'd be cool. Because you know what?
Oh, God,
I think it would be huge. I think it'd be great. And by the way, and you're right, Immortal. Having it being a one-off would be great too, because then you could play around with it and it wouldn't affect anything, right?
Dude, do you understand? Like, I think this will definitely happen. We may all be dead and gone. But just like Freddy vs. Jason happened at the end of the slasher stuff, right? Mm-hmm. When superhero fatigue has reached its absolute peak, they will do something like that.
I feel like the conversation's already in there. I feel like the conversation's already been had. I feel like because here's the thing: no matter what, since the beginning of time to now, people are always going to wonder who's stronger, Superman or the Hulk, Thor.
Yeah. Imagine that fucking movie, dude. God damn.
Thor versus a Wonder Woman, Quicksilver versus the Flash, Captain America versus Batman, Aquaman versus Namor. Like, there's multiple different fucking. It would be huge. And you're right. If they do it as a one-off, just as a fucking, hey, we'll see what happens. I think it'd be huge, dude. That would also, by the way, that would generate interest back to Marvel DC. I think people would be like, I want to see more now. But yeah, like, it could be a double-edged sword too, because people are like, well, I want to see more of that, not necessarily more superhero shit that really doesn't. But you know what I'm excited for? I want to see Spawn come back.
I would love to.
Like right now is the perfect time for Todd McFarlane to strike, dude. Todd McFarlane, who was the premier artist for Marvel, right? Who did Spider-Man 1, created Venom, did all this amazing shit with Marvel, then had the balls to take the best artists, the superstars of Marvel at that time, go and start Image comic books and create Spawn and all those. And he's like, saying fuck you to the old system. Right now is the time for Todd McFarlane to be in the middle. He's like, hey, you guys don't like Marvel. You don't like what DC's doing? I got Spawn for you.
Yeah,
there it is.
It's been in the works at Blumhouse for fucking years now, and I just don't think it's ever going to happen. Or maybe
see, that's
it will,
the only thing. The partnership with Blumhouse is the only thing I'm like, nah, I don't know.
And McFarlane's just, dude, he's just sitting on it and like will never actually do it. But I really do think though, at some point, when superhero fatigue is at its all-time highest, and they're doing an X-Men movie and it's not making any money, and they're doing a Superman movie and it's not making that much money, you will see that happen. We'll probably be dead.
Would you rather? Here's a question: would you rather see? Here's a question for the chat as well. Doomsday coming out, right? You got Doomsday. Fantastic Four set it up. Fantastic Four, good movie. Don't really care much more about what's going on with the. I just don't. MCU is kind of like dead in the water, in my opinion. Interested to see Robert Downey Jr. come back. Could be a good movie. You get that, or you get Todd McFarlane's Spawn. Which one do you want to see? You want to see a Todd McFarlane return with like King Spawn or Spawn? So if a genie popped out and said, tomorrow you can see Doom, or you can see a new Spawn movie with the reinvigorated Todd McFarlane from what the lessons he learned in the mid 90s when he released Spawn with a new reinvigorated look. What do you want to see?
Pretty fucking fascinated, dude, to see Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom. I really am. It depends.
But you've been there. You've been in that universe.
No, I understand. Yeah. But also when it comes to Spawn, it's like, is it going to be a universal, corny, washed out, kind of nerfed Spawn?
No.
If it was a New Line Cinema Spawn movie that Todd McFarlane had control of, I would definitely go Spawn. But right now, with it being Blumhouse and Spawn, it's going to be low budget.
Well, here's the thing about the Spawn movie. First off, I will give all the credit in the world to Michael Jai White. Michael Jai White was fucking the bee's knees as Al Simmons, dude, as Spawn. He rocked the shit out of it. I wish that movie had been better received because that guy deserved all the praise and how he tackled that role. Was it a good movie? No, not necessarily. It just had a lot of problems. And Tom McFarlane will admit that he didn't know shit about directing a movie, and you could tell, right? It just didn't live up.
That's like the last action hero of fucking.
Yeah, it just didn't live up to what it should have been, right? But Spawn is, and I always remember this line that Todd McFarlane said. He's like, Spawn is essentially if Batman had balls. Yeah, I think that's how he like summed up his character. He's like, if Batman was finally like, you know what, I've had enough, and he went full on Frank Miller, fuck you, all the time, and that's how it was. And it's a horror movie, by the way, because I know that we're not supposed to be talking about superhero. Spawn's a horror movie. Spawn is essentially a horror film with a superhero in the middle of it, an anti-hero. As
y'all want to watch some good shit, go back and watch the Spawn animated TV series on HBO Max.
So good.
Blow
that was part
mind.
of our childhood, dude. When Mike and I were growing up, dude, that was part of our childhood. We'd watch Real Sex afterwards, but we would watch Spawn because Spawn would come on HBO when there was one HBO, right? You get Spawn every Saturday night. Spawn would come on. It was so fucking fun until a new episode of Tales from the Crypt would either come on before that or after that, and then you have Real Sex and Taxi Cab Confessions a little bit later on into the dark nights of the But yeah, dude, Spawn it's such a unique piece of property that if I were Todd McFarlane, I would be salivating at the potential of doing something really crazy and cool because you're caught in the middle between DC and Marvel, and they're both fucking up respectively. You could have something really neat and unique with Spawn and launch a whole new universe where they're like grounded characters. You can relate to Al Simmons, right? You can relate to Spawn because it's like this guy was a military guy. He was a soldier and he died unexpectedly. He goes to hell. He makes a deal with Malbolgia, the devil, to come back and see Wanda because he loves his wife and he wants to see her again, and he'll do anything to see Wanda. And then the devil's like, hey, that's cool. I want you in my army. He grants his wish, but then he makes sure that the world is set up in a way that's going to piss off Spawn to do his bidding. So he waits 5 years, and now he goes back to Earth. He's all burnt up and all crispy, and his wife is married to his best friend. Dude, and then now he has to navigate this new life.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's a great fucking story, man. Like they could do it, but it's like nobody's willing to do it right. That's the difference. Like that's the problem.
I saw a teaser years ago on YouTube where it was like I think it was like a convenience store or something, or maybe a laundromat, and or something like that. And Spawn comes out and saves the day, but it's very horror centric. And I feel like that's exactly what a Spawn movie would be. It would be rated R, obviously, and it would be horror centric, because what happened to that, like, you're dealing with hell, demons, all of that shit, and this guy sold his soul to the devil to come back and see his wife, but things aren't exactly the way that he thought it was going to be in the contract, and now he's here, and all this crazy, dude. It's such, you know what it is? It's The Crow on steroids.
Kind of, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah. I can see.
And then, I mean, what they did with the new Crow movie fucking sucked.
No, that was
bold. How do you fuck that up? And we talked before. All they had to do was just not make it Eric Draven. You didn't have to retell that story. With Brandon Lee was the fucking the ultimate fucking anti-hero. You didn't need to retell that story.
Fucking up a sheer shot. Papa Head hold on, what ahead says, who'd you hate to work with, Edgar Ross from Red Dead Redemption 2 or Steve Haynes from GTA 5? That's all you. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Who would I rather? Edgar Ross. I think I'd rather hate to work more for Steve Haynes from GTA 5. I can handle Edgar Ross. It's the Wild West, baby. No holds barred.
Wow, Willie! If they did Marvel vs. DC, which 5 heroes from each? All right, real quick, off the dome. Wolverine, Marvel, right? Wolverine, Spider-Man.
Well, is he saying like which one of you like face off with each other from DC?
Yeah, it'd be. Yeah, like which 5 times? So I'd go Wolverine. I would go Spider-Man. I would go Hulk. I would go Punisher, just because I like Punisher. I'd like to see him in there. And then finally, lastly, I think I would go. Oh my God, Marvel! Fucking, I guess I would go Ghost Rider. I would do Ghost Rider. I think it'd be fun. DC side, obviously Batman, Superman. You got to have those two, no doubt about it. That leaves me 3. I would go. Fix fucks. It's tough, dude. That's tough. I hate it. I
pick your brand and find it, child.
Yeah, I want a better answer. I'd go Flash, I guess.
He's a great character. You can't base it on Ezra fucking Miller.
Right. You know, I know. I just like the character itself, for sure. And I would go, damn it. You're going to pull something out that I'm going to be like, fuck, I wish I'd have said that. I
mean, you've hit the big hitters. It's a big hit. Yeah, you already hit the big hitters.
I'm missing on DC right now. I'm
Wonder Woman.
I'm not going to go Wonder Woman there.
I'm
a little bored of
Martian Manhunter.
No, I'm a little bored of Wonder Woman. I got
Cyborg.
DCs. No, I don't want to go any more Justice League is the thing. Who am I missing?
Go into the Batman. Nightwing.
Not good enough to face off against those. You know. Fuck DC, you stupid fucking thing.
You got Adam. Oh, you probably don't know. You probably don't know who Adam is.
That's tough.
I don't know who you know. I really don't know who you know in DC.
Green Lantern. Green
Lantern's a big one, but that's also a Justice Leaguer.
That's true. That is a Justice Leaguer. That is a fact. That's
by the way, I'm gonna get the nitty gritty. Which Green Lantern do you want?
I'm a Hal Jordan guy. Personally,
okay.
I'm a Hal Jordan guy. I'm going with Roy guy. My guy here, Swamp Thing's dope as fuck. I'm going Swamp Thing.
Okay, well, don't help him anymore. Fuck you, dude. Marvel, I will go with the 5 Marvel characters that I would want from Marvel. 100%, it would be Captain America. I love Captain America. Spider-Man. I'll take Wolverine. I think he'd be cool. Deadpool. And
fucking Deadpool! Jesus Christ, Jay!
You must
fuck that shit. I'm doing Deadpool. I'm taking it. That's
my 5th would be Silver Surfer, and then on DC it'd be Superman, Batman, obviously, Wonder Woman, 100%. I'm gonna take Cyborg and Flash. Those are my 5. But you got to match them up.
I forgot Deadpool.
But you got to match them up because here's the thing. I remember it was like 1996 or 95. I can't remember when DC versus Marvel came out. I think it was around that time. They had Superman taking on the Hulk, which is a great matchup, by the way. It's a great matchup. But I think a better matchup for the strength and power of Superman, and I remember seeing, I had the comic book where is when Superman took on Silver Surfer, because because Silver Surfer's a fucking badass dude. Like, he's got Superman level fucking strength. Like, it's not like a joke. Like, he's a badass. And I think in the comic book they had him taking on Green Lantern, which he annihilated Green Lantern in 5 seconds. Hulk was cool because it's like, I think there was a comic panel, DC versus Marvel, where Superman was like, he was getting fucked up by the Hulk, and he gives everything he has and knocks the Hulk out. And he's like, I had to give it like everything I had to even knock him out, but thank God he's unconscious now, because Hulk's strength is like, the angrier he gets, there's no limit to his strength. So that's the different. Like, Superman could fight him for a turn. Like he's stronger than Doomsday in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I think that I also do. I think DC wins. I think whichever side has Superman wins. I
would say yes, but no at the same time, because you have someone like Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer can move at the speed of light. He has energy manipulation. He can reconfigure matter at any. He has a limited level of omniscience, so cosmic awareness, where he can see things in the future slightly. And he's got a fucking surfboard,
which is dope. It is dope.
I don't know. I think that, does DC have the bigger? Well, okay.
Dick?
Would the Justice League beat the fuck out of? Would the Zack Snyder's Justice League beat the fuck out of Kevin Feige's Avengers?
I think just because of Superman, yes.
I think you're right. In that particular, there's no way, because you got Iron Man, you got Thor, you got Captain America, you got Black Widow, you got Hawkeye, and Hulk. Right? That's your main lineup. Over there on the Zack Snyder side, you got Superman, you got Batman, you got Wonder Woman, you got the Flash, you got Cyborg.
Yeah.
I think just movie-wise, cinematic universes, I think that Zack Snyder would fuck them up bad.
Yeah. Take Superman out of the equation, DC gets fucked up. 10 out of 10.
I would say yes, but the fact that Cyborg could just take over Iron Man's armor,
that's true.
Override it
Batman
and then use it
too. Yeah, Batman would be pretty good in that too. Michael Portman said Wes Craven would, dude. Oh my God, Michael, Wes Craven would have made the greatest fucking Hulk movie of all time,
dude.
Holy shit,
that is such a great idea, because because he would understand, like, a Hulk movie should be, there's horror elements to that, right? I could see a horror element being in Hulk, and I think they kind of touched on it a little bit with Edward Norton's Hulk, the Incredible Hulk. I think that they kind of do play with the horror element a little bit, but it's also a sad story. Like, Hulk is not like, they want to make it very cinematic and over the top.
It's kind of a Swamp Thing type story, really.
Yeah, but he's also a very tragic character. Hulk is a very tragic character. And I think that Wes Craven tackling that, man, that would have been insane. I think that he would have brought a lot of balance to that and done an incredible job. And you imagine Wes Craven's Incredible Hulk? Holy shit.
God, dude, that would have been the fucking greatest. Great idea, Mike. Great idea. It's been great hanging out with all of you guys tonight. Let me tell you that. Not only did we get Alien Earth, but we got a whole bunch of other shit we didn't even bargain for. Okay?
Yeah.
We got a whole bunch of other shit. We weren't even.
I didn't expect I didn't know we were going to go 2 hours. I would have wore a better hoodie. I got the Nostromos. Cool. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Yeah, hell yeah. And Charlie Thompson says, y'all hear about the Israeli PDF file? 1 of 8 caught, the other 7 in the U.S. and were charged, was allowed to flee the U.S. by the Israeli Attorney General of Nevada. No, I didn't, Charlie. You're way deeper in the Dark Con 7 than
Sir, this is a drive-through at Wendy's.
That sounds fucked up, though.
I don't know anything about that. I'm sorry, man. I took a break from Twitter and shit for a week.
Sounds bad.
Yeah,
sounds bad.
That sounds like really shitty.
it's like, yeah, it's really bad. It sounds bad, dude. But hey, we've had a great time with you guys.
Thank you guys.
dude. Thank you, all of you guys. Thank you, John Winston. Thank you, Lee. Thank all of you for
All
sending
you
super
guys.
chats and all of you for just hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. We'll be back next week for sure. We got to figure out what we're gonna do with Peacemakers on Thursday. I forgot. I have volleyball on Thursday.
Shit.
I don't know how we're gonna do that.
We could do well, you know what we could do? We could do an early we could do like a 12 o'clock
Friday.
Really quick recap on Friday.
Yeah, or we talked about doing a commentaries for it, but like a recap could. What about a little midday? Like
that's what I'm saying. Like at noon. Yeah, at noon.
Okay, a little midday.
Because you got the girls, you could pick them up from school. Like
no. Yeah, the girls are in school Friday.
So yeah, on Friday we could start it at noon.
Let's do it. Let's do that. Let's do it. Noon Friday.
Noon to like
recap.
1 o'clock or 12:30 or something.
Yeah, noon. You just said noon. Why did you?
Yeah, no, I did. No, we could start it at noon and like go to like 12:30 or 1.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
and just like talk about the episode.
Damn fucking good shit. Friday noon p.m. Eastern. Peacemaker recap live. We talked about doing a commentary. The schedules are too weird for that. Peacemaker recap Friday at noon.
Yeah,
every Friday at noon until Peacemaker's done. I like it, Jay.
Okay, and then we also got a Patreon coming up on Saturday
night.
Yep,
it's gonna be a fucking barn burner. It's gonna be crazy. Sign up for that down below. Hey, we love you guys. Thanks for hanging tonight. We love you so much. Good night. Enjoy your fucking Wednesday, you pieces of shit.
There you go. That's how you tell them.